Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. What's going on? It is Wednesday. And we're going to talk about the games from last night. And we're going to talk about the games from today, whatever else comes along. Shout out to everybody once again. It is 1:31 out here in the Pacific Northwest. This is Old Head Podcast, a.k.a. G Price. Hey, we just going to have a good little show here today. And we're just going to go with it. So my takeaways from last night game, Luka is doing what Luka's been doing. You know, and it's no disrespect, fanboys. Just saying. I mean, this is literally, uh, um, no kind of disrespect. You know what I'm saying whatsoever. So Luka is the best player on the Lakers, man. He's younger. I know y'all don't want to let that go. Think he's gonna be the best player. Yada yada yada. But Luka's the best player on the Lakers. Y'all could talk about his defense. The only time Luka ever played defense in this league. I'm just asking questions here. He's the best player for the Lakers, period. So what? So let's just say I don't do hypotheticals. You know what I mean? And he put up these numbers. They're not gonna give him Finals MVP. So then y'all gonna what they're gonna do? What they're gonna do? Are they gonna hoodwink him and give him to Jay Reed? Even though Steph Curry should have had that MVP. I don't know. Minnesota didn't look like they didn't want to play last night. In the first play of the game, Jay Reed literally elbowed the dude straight in the face in front of the referee. No foul call. Should have been called a blocking foul, but it wasn't. I mean, there's a lot of stuff he gets away with his whole entire career, but when you be pointing this stuff out and everything like that, people don't like that. They feel like it's hate and all this other stuff they want to say, but they Anthony Edwards, only thing that he did pretty much was his highlight on the dunk on Jackson Hayes. But I don't see a championship contender with the Lakers. I don't. I did pick them to win the series, but because again, when you win championship, you're gonna need somebody down low. I don't care if you got two offensive weapons. What's lost today is defense wins championships, right? That's what they say, right? They say defense wins championships, but I just don't see it with the Lakers. I don't care all the help they do get from the referees and stuff. Move. I mean, I don't know. I just don't see it. There ain't no Anthony Davis no more. So I did pick them to win the series. I'm never gonna go against the Lakers. That's just me. Until this man is gone, I never win against them. Some of y'all thought over the years that I get another pick up another. Nah, too much, too much. Make a paraphernalia everywhere. You know, just that's just how it goes. But I ain't wearing no new school stuff. I can tell you that. Now, all my stuff is from Mikan, West, Chamberlain, Elgin Baylor, Kobe. Who else I got in there? Basically, I got all the old. Basically, I got real people that put on that really wore that purple and gold and carried it with pride. Real legends. Yeah, got a couple. I got a couple of Coopers, Byron Scott, all the '80s, the '90s, Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel, and it just goes on and on and on. But anyway, let's get on into this here. There is 3 games tonight. Miami and Cleveland's gonna be on NBA TV. Golden State and Houston play tonight. Orlando and Boston play tonight as well. I still think Boston's going to win this series. I'm just going to do. That's my prediction from this. And in this Cleveland series, Miami, I got Cleveland winning this series too. No disrespect to my boy Green. A shout out to my boy Greenleaf, Mr. Houston Rocket, and Atlanta. And I picked the Warriors. I never switch. Because I admit all the time when I'm wrong, but when I'm right, nah, that's far in between. But it is what it is. But let's go down, break it down here. And another thing about Minnesota too, they need better ball movement too. They need better. They need better ball movement because I didn't know what that was. Julius ran the ball last night too. So and then the Lakers they ain't beat them. Hey, I don't know. But we'll see. As far as the Pacers and the Bucks go, I don't know. I just don't know about that series. Like picking wise, I picked OKC to beat Memphis. Down right there, I can't come up with an answer on that. But as the saying goes, the series change when the road team get a victory. So the Lakers hell serve, OKC hell serve, and the Pacers they hell serve. And the Knicks and the Pistons they both 1-1. I think that's gonna go to 7 games. I think I did pick the Knicks to win that series though, but this is Cade coming out party his first time in the moment. I'm happy for Cade Ashley because he's been hurt. So out of Oklahoma State. When I watched him in college, I always used to say when I used to do the games when he played KU, I was like, man, this dude. And then all the other games he played doing the, I was like, he just looked like he just bored, like like he just he can do it all, can do it all. They should have been promoting these young guns, but now K be able to have his little time in the playoffs. We see how everything goes with him. But I'm very happy for a person like that. You know, just letting everybody know, I'm around. I'm gonna be here for a while. So we're gonna see the progression. But I just hope they really keep the coaches, like especially the black coaches, even the coach for Orlando Magic. He been there through the hard, the dark, and all that stuff, man. Like, man, I just want them to continue to keep them in there, man. Keep them in there, because we already know black coaches is too far in between. Because look how long Sam Cassell been, and he still can't get a coaching job. I seen Robert Parrish. I seen uh, uh, Bill Cartwright. I seen shoot even Patrick Ewing is another one. Assistant coach for years, and never got that opportunity. As far as that Memphis go, I don't know what they doing out there. Like I don't. I don't know. I don't know what they doing. So that's hard to for me to gather. So I don't know what they doing. I don't. Salute everybody. I'm gonna drop a link. Everybody want to come in, but it's gonna be. I ain't got to go to work tomorrow, so I'm gonna stay. This gonna be the night I just stay up and watch all these games from start to finish. So I'm able to do it Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Friday nights. But I'm just glad also. I work early in the morning, so I get off early afternoon, so I can always. I'm gonna still be able to catch the playoff games. It all even out here though. I'll be going to bed early. Cause I gotta be at work about 4 o'clock. So even Orlando Magic, I think they going in the right direction too. Even though they had injuries and everything like that from the two best players, they still was able to go 41-41. That's on the season. Hold on 1 second. I need to look some up here. That's his name. Yeah, I know his last name was Mosley. I hope they just really commit to Jamal Mosley. You know what I mean? I'm gonna drop me if I want to come in, man. I ain't doing that. I hate how they make these updates your laptops. You don't even be asking for it, man. And they still make you do that crap. I don't like how these new settings is on my thing. Just trying to get adjust to it. Just like your cell phones. All your cell phones got to do that mandatory update. Like, okay, how many more updates do you need? I like that pickup with KCP. All they need is a. I don't see. When I say point guard, like they really do need a. To me, they need a point, and they already got a good bench. that's gonna be interesting how they play the defending champion, the Celtics. Yo,
What's going on, brother?
it's good.
All right,
How you feel about your Knicks, man?
man. Fuck the coach, man. I don't understand why they clear it out and the big man is at the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I don't understand. I don't get. For me, it's because you keep on getting going to jail. I mean, they got other people that could score too, and it's like, oh,
No, you good. Go ahead.
it just for me it just baffles me. I just what is they doing? But you know, salute to Detroit. They stuck to it. They won. So yeah, ain't gonna. I'm not gonna take no credit away from it, but it just for me, it's just that. What about Mikal Bridges? What about Towns? You got to get them in. You got to get them involved. You got to extend the bench. You got to make sure K work for everything he got. You got to make sure he work for it. And then why you don't play Mitchell Robinson? I want to find out is he part of the playoff roster? Just crazy to me. That's all. I just don't get it. I guess I just don't get it. Just for me, I shake my head. Then you complain about we supposed to go to the line. We supposed to like go to the line more because the Jalen getting hit, other people getting hit. You gotta play through it. It's the playoffs. They're not calling no tic tac.
Right.
So I'm just saying, what y'all talking about?
Hey, I liked what the Pistons is like doing because this is the first time Cade is in the playoffs. But
Yeah,
like he misses. I'm here. Hey, shout out to Cade though, man, because hey, I think he's gonna be a good player. We already know you don't know when you're gonna be injured. You know what I mean?
right.
That's for the players. I've been trying to tell y'all for all these years. The NBA it's a young man's league now. It's been
It
young,
is. Yeah.
but they still hold on to old parks. They need to
Yeah.
keep them. They need to keep Jamal Mosley. They need to keep him as coach. I like him coaching that team because you know how it is. You build it like a Mark Jackson. You built the team up, and then here you go.
Right.
You enhance. Then you get all the credit, but at least they still shout out Mark Jackson. That's the thing. But we know what it is.
Yep.
Some
Mm-hmm.
people don't get that. Hey, I try to tell you, man. Look, man. Hey, man, y'all people better stay away from me, man. This is how y'all fanboys really get down, man. This is what y'all doing, man.
Come on now. I'm
Come
tired of
on.
seeing. Come on, I'm tired of seeing this. Come on.
What is going on out here, Grinder?
I don't know, man. I mean, y'all really want to go? Y'all still want to go to them dollar stores get them knee pads, man? Dang, man. What I mean, dang, man. I know it's $1, but dang, man. You know, y'all stand on a long line for that, man. Getting mad, yo. You get mayonnaise in y'all esophagus or something like that. What's up, man? Like, why? Y'all look good. Why?
Mm.
Tired, y'all, man. I'm like, come on, man. Like, what's going, man? Like, yeah. So, man, come on, man. Stop, man. Tired seeing that, man.
Man, it's man. The boys sent me that. I'm like, then I looked up everybody, like all the people that content creators and they say, I'm like, man, I got that same picture, man. I'm like, what is wrong, man? It's man, stay away from me, man. And like I'm going, and I always been like this, like as far as that Shannon Sharp stuff like that. Ain't
Yeah,
gonna talk about. I'm not talking about that stuff because
I ain't touching
I'm not.
that.
I ain't touching it. I don't touch on anything like that. No, I never have, and I never will because But I find it very interesting. What I will say is it's a double standard. It's always been a double standard because when men is considered, this is just real talk. I don't care how people gonna like it, it's the truth. If men dated somebody younger than them, especially the age, right, or dating, they are
Right.
looked on. They are looked at being predators. Far as a woman dating an older man, like way, it don't matter, like way older. When I say older, like it's like I say about 40, 50 years, something like that. She ate, you know what I'm saying? And then everybody's like, oh, why is he messing around with a, y'all ain't say nothing about Belichick. Look at what Belichick is out here doing. But y'all don't understand the black people in the black. That's why I'm listen.
Belichick messed
This
with the young Tenderoni.
yeah, young Tenderoni, and ain't nothing been said. But everybody on this man, keep that same energy, man. That's why I don't be going there with these folks, man. Because, like I said, I don't be glorifying these celebrities. These celebrities do not pay my bills. They don't do none of that stuff, man. Because the Bible always says thou should not have no other gods before me. And I'll be acting like these people are really our gods out here, man, for real. And that's gonna be your downfall. Even the truth of your favorite basketball player. Like y'all want to sit there and talk about the other past players and all that stuff, man. Y'all, like I keep been saying all these years, y'all time is gonna come. But some of y'all gonna be stuck up on the sauce because they just been programming in your brain for all these years, and you just can't get out of it. But anyway, get this dude up out of here, man. Get up out of here. But anyway, okay, who played? Okay, yeah. Let me go back here. And then Boston come on at 4 o'clock my time. And the next game is gonna come on about 6:30 my time. So we're gonna be good to go tonight.
Yeah. But
Yeah, this is bit. Go ahead.
no. Somebody, if I can tell you, somebody reach out to me that, "Will you? Are you gonna talk about Shannon?" No, I'm not doing that. No, going to the next. No,
Right.
talk about the NBA. Talk about the NBA game, NBA playoffs, man. It's pretty good games, man. Talk about that. I ain't talking
Yeah.
about another man. Nah, no, me.
Mm-mm. Not in that way because same figure point that you could go back to the other way. That's what the old folks used to say back in the day. That's hey man, I don't got time. I never been one of them kind of dudes that been into that nosy and gossiping kind of. Nah, man, I ain't got time for no stuff like that, man. We already got the NBA days of our lives every day.
Right.
So it's crazy how them old folks, them old men was right, man. They was right. They was right.
Yeah.
Said, but we are about to be, man. The criticism really hurts. You know, it's amazing how so much I can never I actually can't believe it though. No, I can't really can't. Cause look at all these other big time sports across the United States. You got your tennis. That tennis always going to kill in numbers, right? Because they still got their fanfare. They still got they still got their legends. hockey doing their thing. Still got their legends. Still honor, respect their legends.
Yeah.
Baseball, football, yeah, they do. They do respect their legends to a certain extent, but it ain't basically what I'm saying. That all the sports, NBA is the only one I know that disrespect their own brand, prop
Yeah.
up somebody else. I don't understand that. Like what are y'all doing? I don't get it. Like I've been saying that Stuart Scott died, everything else died too. Everything else went out the window. And all the real ones that y'all had on y'all show that left y'all.
And even Ralph Rowley passed away in the early 90s. That was another one that kept it real. And I think that was the first blow. But like you right, about a few years after that, Stuart Scott, that was like that was the coffin right there of realism.
Yeah. Well, that's like Mortal Kombat. Finish him. That's what happened to the league, man. And that's why I don't be want to argue. That's why I ain't got time to be arguing with nobody about this no more. Like, dude, you can say whatever you want on your on these other platforms or whatever the case might be. I ain't gonna be up there disputing all that because I can't talk to people like that. I just can't. The blatant disrespect is real. Now, I seen a video today. They was Mike Greeny was asking Kobe about analytics, and yeah, he just broke it down. He said that's not gonna win you no ball games.
Yeah.
They said that's not the end be all.
And also, yeah,
Go
and
ahead.
also analytics had killed the game throughout the years. You know, look at Josh Smith. He used to play with Atlanta Hawks, and later on he went to play in Detroit. Come on now, he not in there because of analytics. He was on his way to be greatness and stuff. And Atlanta messed up too, because y'all could have a crew. Analytics. It's taking away the fundamentals. But I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, analytics been around for 12 years now. People don't understand it.
Right.
Analytics started in 2013. So we got 12 years of this, and we got 20 years of no hand checking.
Yep.
We look at it, yeah, and that's what, and that's just it's really messing up the game. Like it's sad that it is, but when we've been saying that for years about it, but
Yep.
that while we still staying on that analytics ruined the game. They got rid of real coaching. That's another one. That's three.
Yep.
Four. They got rid of the OGs. They got rid of the DeMarcus Cousins and Dwight Howard, and the list just goes on. Carmelo Anthony.
Anthony.
They let him come back 2 years after that. You know, players like that could really help a locker room. You know what I mean? And another thing too, y'all. This is one thing y'all new generations do. I'm not even gonna say your channel's name, but because it's useless to me, right? And y'all always want to use just because a player don't win no championship and say the man is not great. Everybody's not gonna win a championship. That's why Carmelo got dogged out. I never forget the media was on that man's helmet every day. Why did he go with Chicago? Why didn't he go? And there was a possibility he could have went with D Rose. A lot of people don't remember that. He had offices, but he chose it to go back home, New York. But that's where he's from. They hated him for doing that. They want him to go with Jay Reed, and they want him to be a part of the Banana Boat Boys.
Well, but it goes to show that he was his own man,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what they ain't like that.
Mm-hmm. He decided.
Yeah.
I never seen so many players get scared of what the media be saying about them. It's like, and I never seen the media just like it don't got worse and worse. They just want to tell players where they want them to go, and it's not a small market. Go to a bigger market, and I find it very interesting when the Lakers win the games, and you had other games on. They show the highlight 3 or 4 times. I'm like, okay, we get it. They won. It's always like that when they win, but when they lose, what happens? This is why these teams is like OKC, man, and all these, and especially these young cats that y'all don't, yeah, okay, y'all don't want to talk about them, talk about us. We're gonna make y'all talk about them. I've been telling y'all these young boys, they get younger and younger. But then again, look at the good college prospects that has been making it to the league. If you ain't on a good team to be able to develop you, because we don't know what the rest of these. I mean, because everybody's copycatting everybody. I swear Boston play. I swear Boston plays like they Golden State Warriors. Do I think they need that all the time? No. Shooting all them threes a game. As the saying go, you live by the three, you die by the three. But tonight I got Boston winning tonight. I got Cleveland winning tonight. And I'm going with the Rockets to win the game tonight. And I think they'll bounce back tonight.
Who the Rockets play? I forgot.
The Warriors.
Oh yeah. Rockets got a good team.
It's their first time. Like it's the like especially the young. This is how I look at it. Right. It's the first time. And this is one thing I find very interesting too. They donning the Lakers and everything like that. I'm like, okay, Luka been to the finals. He just went to the finals. Just last year, right? He knows, but all them other players, they made it to the conference finals, but at the same time, they ain't make it to the finals, right? Then I'm looking at these other teams. Then I'm looking at Minnesota, and they match up. They knocked out KD in them last year. You know what I mean? Nobody think they was gonna do that. Yeah, he swept him no matter. Yeah, he's out of there. Okay, fine. But Anthony Edwards, they come. I like Minnesota's team. If you actually look at Minnesota's roster compared to me, they got a better roster to me than the Lakers.
Yeah.
Luka Doncic and LeBron, that's all you can say. I'm not big on AR like everybody else is.
And they bench.
Yes, they bench, right. They didn't show up last night. I was watching them. I was like, what are y'all doing? Once I seen Jay Reed elbow the boy in the face right in front of the referee, I was like, yep, it's going to be one of them games.
Yep.
I wonder how the I like that's how I understand, bro. Like that's why we like back then you couldn't be able to do that to a player back then. Any player back then, somebody's coming.
They ain't gonna get you in the game. They gonna get you after the game. One way or the other.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna be straight business. Gonna square up. As they say down in Louisiana, strap up, put your shoes on.
But these plays are soft. I said this is what I'm saying. You play on your teammates. Somebody elbow you. No, I'm coming after them, yo. No, I don't care. I just have to get that tag. Well, I'm gonna hit you with a hard foul, and plus I'm fouling that up again. Yeah, but then
Mm.
All that abuse that he be putting out, y'all don't want to call. Go ahead.
Mm.
No. Do you hear what Draymond Green was talking about? The players should have rights to talk, to speak.
Okay. Okay. Players gotta have a right to speak. So basically, what he's saying, I did hear that, but stop it. And at the same time, this is what be killing me about these guys, right? They want they want people to respect everything that they say that they did and everything like that, and you don't even respect the past your own self. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? No, we always gonna bump heads like that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, 'cause you don't even respect the generations that came before y'all in that one way. Not one. I haven't seen it.
When I heard it, I said he just double talking. I don't know why. Come on, tell the whole truth. And you think about it, he talking they hypocrites. You the biggest hypocrite. What about you punch that guy in the face? You rough him up. Are you really sincere? Huh? Over that? And you ask me, he should have got thrown off the team.
Oh, you talking about the time when he safari punched Jordan Poole?
Right.
Yeah, hey, that's what happened when you sign with Clutch. You get away with stuff.
That's true.
And nobody can prove to me wrong otherwise. Shoot, even look what happened to Trisha Thompson. Got suspended for using them PEDs. And he already back playing. Did serve this suspension.
And I thought you get PD if it's your first offense. I think I'm supposed to get suspended for 6 months to a year.
David Stern ain't here no more.
That's true.
Yeah, David Stern ain't here no more. So we got to deal with Roger for Family Guy for a little bit more longer.
Yeah, he's too easy, man. I'm like, come on. But you know, you're calling these players too much, and they got it so easy, and y'all still complain.
Yeah. It's just I don't know the game right now. I mean, I watch it because that's what I grew up watching this stuff, and then to see where how basketball had just richly just died, and then hyping it up like it's the best thing ever. I'm like, no, it's not. Y'all took away everything. Y'all took away rivalries. Y'all took away uh, uh, coaching legend matchups. I see you, Trey. Y'all took everything away from the game that I grew up loving, man. Y'all took everything away. Everything. And then they want people talking about they want their damn respect.
But Trey, what's good?
Hey, what's going on with my peoples, man? What's going on, big bro? What's going on? What's going on, number one grinder? What's going on to my big OG partners? You see, you gotta pay respect, bro. Even if you are OG, it's somebody else that's a little bit more OG than you.
I appreciate that, but you OG too.
Hey, look, that's what you want. When I grew up, You always wanted the dudes older than you to nod at you in approval that you're doing it the way they like.
Appreciate that.
That's how I grew up. You wanted the older generation to feel like you were passing down the legacy. You feel me?
Yeah.
When I listen to players like Gary Payton say, and Michael Jordan say, you know, those are dudes that were selfish in a way to where they didn't want to help you get one up on them, but they thought about it. Damn, when I'm not playing no more, I want a piece of me in this game. Something Gary Payton said, like, that stuck with me. And he was like, so I taught Kobe while we was in an all-star game, while we were teammates. And you got interviews where KG said he walked up to him and seen him in the all-star game, like, nigga, you using that shit KG told you, huh? GP told. He like, hell yeah, you seen me? That's what you supposed to do as a black male to a younger black male. Pass your knowledge down to him.
Mm-hmm.
To make the game go better, man. You know, It's just like what we seen with, you know, I can say it in any genre. You can put it in acting when the best actor is starring in a movie with the next up and coming. Why is he doing that movie with him? Because he's trying to teach him at the same time while they making this movie, tell him what he'll do, how he'll react in this scene, and pass the torch. Leave a little bit of his acting in there. It's in anything that you do, bro, from football coaching to anything. It's coaches that take time out of the day, got other sons, but they're coaching other people's sons and teaching them their secrets. The game is to be told, not to be sold. Period, point blank. And you never are bigger than the program. You are never bigger than the program. And the program is to make sure that basketball is still here after you. We got a lot of people right now wanting you to feel like the ball will not bounce anymore after they're gone. It will be no more nets after they're gone. Number one grinder, I'll let you just give me a little bit of your history and teach me a little bit right now and teach the other players out of all your years even more than me, bro. Dr. J, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, all the players that you actually probably seen a little bit more than me earlier, like, goddamn, and I came probably 8 years later when you seen them. And when it was time for them to leave, tell me when they made it like they were doing you a favor and saying something like, fortunately for you guys, I'll still be here.
Yeah, when those players left and everything, it left a major mark of the game. You can see like the impact. You know, oh snap! Like you see a certain play, like oh shit. I'm like, it's like a fucking ghost and shit. But it's a good thing though. So, but then we don't. Even I can go back there for my existence. You know, I used to watch tapes of Will Chamberlain and Lake Ray Will Chamberlain.
Somebody got an echo. I hear echo.
Let me see if it's me, T. Price, real quick.
Hello?
Go ahead, underrated.
Oh, so
can you hear me now, bro? Do it sound like I got one now?
No, you're good.
Okay, I changed it. Okay, go ahead, bro.
What happened? So when I was watching other players, even in the past, and the late great Bob Pettit, I was watching them tapes and stuff like that, and I was see, Bob Pettit was a bad boy.
Look, and what you just said, I had to watch tape of that. But the thing is, this is what you getting to me. By you saying that, being a little earlier to me, that's what made me do it. Older guys like you told me, go back and watch tape. And me being a listener, instead of being hardhead, oh, nigga, I ain't got to watch no tape. I got AI. I got T-Mac. No, I'm going to go back and watch some tape, even past Magic, even past Bird, So I can see where they even got the shit from.
Even I can go back there to I watched tape of Dolphin Shapes, the Syracuse Nationals. This white boy will burn. I'm like, yeah, he give buckets like
Look,
God.
I know you tell the truth because of how you started off. This white boy shocking me. White boy shocking you with this, how he's fooling people, this athleticism.
Post up and everything, like,
Bruh.
I be like this, Trey, like, this is I was watching them, I was little.
Yeah.
That's why I have great appreciation. I see I need to step up my game, step up my thing, my knowledge should start dropping.
Yeah.
When I watch people, because I see Larry Bird is one of the first, like, I said, well, all right. I said, we can speed up a little bit. Dan Issel.
Now, let me ask you something for someone, and also the T Price, just for dudes who've been watching it a little bit longer than me. If it's a few years, 2 years, whatever, that means something, just those years ahead of me, right? I want to ask y'all something, because as long as I've been watching it for damn near 3 decades now, right? Mm-hmm. And I know y'all been watching it a little longer than me, probably. Do you think nostalgia is bad for the game, right? Because I'm going to tell you, from me growing up, it wasn't just Michael Jordan. It wasn't just Magic. I was stealing shit from, you know what I mean, everybody. When I did a Larry Bird move, I screamed out some Larry Bird shit. When I did a Magic move and passed the ball instead of scoring, I screamed out some Magic shit. So what I'm saying is to go back about, I don't know, 3-4 months when what's his name who played for the Phoenix Suns first? Channing Frye.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when he said nostalgia is bad for the game, right? No, it's not. No, it's not. Because if you look at nostalgia, to
he's
me, just to me,
he's an airhead. He come off the bench. He's
to me, nostalgia is like nostalgia is low key like a legacy in a way. It's like something that like gives you motivation, right? When you see Dr. J, right, with the afro, right? He come in there. How many dudes start rocking that like that, right? Or wearing the way he wore, or the way he wore his wristbands, right? And then Kobe, AI with the braids, Michael Jordan. How many dudes you just picked on your team? Because they came in there dressed like Michael Jordan.
That's what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying. See, back then, T Price, you could say, Trey, don't take no credit for you because you know your shit too. So I salute you with that. When you have players back then, it was tape replay. Mm-hmm. They wasn't really sure. They didn't really have TV contracts or shit.
Yeah. All of these navigations, all of this extra shit.
That's what I'm saying. That when I can say it for me, I can T Price. That's why like certain times like I appreciate with T Price, with you and Ron and something like that. We on the same level. I can't talk to y'all. I can't talk to the rest of them because you're bored. Y'all don't know the game like I do.
You gonna make me want to put my hands around your neck because you ain't listening.
I can't. It's like you feeding. It's like you feeding a little child do not want to listen. I don't want to deal with y'all. So that's why I had to go back. Okay.
Let me ask all of you guys. I don't know. I asked Ron Tom earlier, right? But my big bro T Price, he hit us with the stream at that time. So I'm gonna start it off, with Ron Tom finishing and everything. We see what the trade happened, right? If we can be honest, since the first year that AD and LeBron got together, we haven't seen as many wins from the Lakers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look on the radar. You see what I'm going? We see where the credit is going. We see. Look. You messing with me. Look, you messing with me because you see. Now we haven't seen 50 wins since 2020, COVID year.
Yep.
We see where they're giving this credit. Look, now T Price. Underrated. Ronton, if you dudes made $1 billion last year and then somehow all of us connect and they say Trey Knights can elevate them to another $1 billion. How can you give me that credit when these men already made $1 billion? Luka just was in the finals last year. How can you say LeBron's going to elevate him if he makes it to the finals? It's if he wins it, because LeBron's a champion and he's not. That's the only credit you can try to say that he gave Luka to get over the hump. But my question is, what if this trade went the other way? What if LeBron was in Dallas and Luka was traded for LeBron? Are we just talking finals maybe?
No,
or is we talking finals?
We talking about
ring?
NBA champions back to back. That's what we talk about with Luka and AD. We got the best of both worlds. We got the best offensive player and the best defensive player in the league. We got the best of both worlds.
I said this before the show started. And it's crazy that he said this, because literally I started off the show, I was like, fanboys. Hold on, fanboys. I got y'all right here, man. I know underrated, man. I'm sorry, man. But fanboys, fanboys. I just gotta ask.
If you want me to kill the motherfucker, I don't mind.
Yeah.
Underrated. Go ahead and let loose on a nigga like that, man. I wish I would see a nigga walking down my block with that. I go right upside that nigga head.
Hey, look, if anybody, I want everybody to go back. Y'all remember when Brandon, and not to cut you off, T. Bryce, just a quick message, just to show you niggas who really is embedded into this Laker shit. When you seen Nipsey Hussle there at the Laker game before that man passed away, and Brandon Ingram, Rondo, and Chris Paul was getting into it, what Laker jersey did he have on? He had on Magic Johnson, nigga. That's what I do. You're not worthy, LeBron, of me rocking your shit yet. I'm gonna rock everybody else but you.
Oh my! I literally said this. Okay, okay, it's crazy because this is just confirmation. This is literally crazy. I literally started off the show and said, "Fanboys, I'm sorry. Luka Doncic is the best player for the Lakers. It's LeBron is not the best player. He is not. He is not." So then I went through a thing then I sat there and said, I'm just paraphrasing, speeding up the speed. Then I sit there and said, okay, it's just like Stephen Curry, right? He dominated, but they still gave Jay Reed some MVP down stuff. Then we fast forward to now. Okay, what if this man end up winning? Whether they end up winning the championship and Luka put up 30 and all this, is he's going to win Finals MVP? Or they're going to find another way to give it to LeBron? I'm just asking questions. But anyway, let's get back to nostalgia for me. This is why I don't take dumps on people from New York, man. Like, I don't. Because some of my favorite hoopers are from, like, ball handlers. I know y'all think about Kyrie and all that stuff. No, man.
He's a Jersey kid. He's Jersey.
He Jersey. Yeah, definitely. I like Kyrie. I'm just talking about people that I grew up loving, that I watched. Earl the Pearl Monroe, Walt Clyde Frazier.
And don't get enough credit either.
Don't get enough credit.
Bling, all that. I'll talk about Walt Frazier in a few minutes.
Walt was the smoothest nigga in the NBA, man. Couldn't nobody dress like Walt.
And also,
to this day.
And also, Walt Frazier has started a organization. I just found out 2 days ago. Started an organization back then. Teach players how to save money.
Mm-hmm.
Unheard of. How to save money. Had his own agency helping players. So he was not just styling, he was helping players.
That's dope. That's dope.
Then I thought about the big man. I know about George Mike, and then I studied about Wilt Chamberlain. And then I learned about the great Elvin Hayes. You know what I mean? And it's just like, dude, it's like, man, it's just my dad and my uncles, that's when we used to have to get the newspapers back in the day. You know what I mean? If you didn't have cable, everywhere, my dad, I was blessed enough and fortunate enough to have cable all the way in my whole entire life. So, That's how my dad just like to have cable. So but that's how I was able to keep up on. That's when the internet started coming out. When I went to Job Corps, that's when the internet was out and everything. So this was 97-ish, you know what I mean? So no, it was 96. Yeah, it was 96. So then I began to look up, watching old videos of all the great ones. One of my other favorite ones from New York, Rod Strickland, Kenny Anderson.
Absolutely.
Kenny Patterson.
Hey, yo, all them got
I was just about to say him too.
All them got to bow down to the point guard out of New York, though, Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson,
yep.
But
We don't talk about Mark Jackson enough.
Mark Jackson was a beast.
Marbury was a problem, bro.
Mm-hmm. He should be in the Hall of Fame too.
Hey, yo, you know who don't get enough? You know who don't get enough recognition? And you probably gonna jump all over this underrated. The Hawk.
Connie Hawkins.
No
doubt about it.
I got a short story about Connie Hawkins. Y'all remember St. John's? See, I'm teaching today with my other brother teaching. All right. Now y'all remember St. John, the legendary St. John's, Lou Conasaka, right?
Yes, sir.
Lou Conasaka, yes, sir.
Top 20 all time in wins in college basketball.
Yes, sir.
All right, close 600. I just want to throw that. We got the red men running and all, Chris Mellon and all that. The late great Walter Berry and stuff like that.
Walter Berry was a bucket too.
Now, he was a problem.
Hey yo, you know what I used to like when I used to see St. John's play, especially when they played Villanova with Riley Massimino. Them two motherfuckers would get the cutting up on the sideline and everything.
Another coach don't get credit, but get back to Connie Hawkins to the great.
Hey, underrated. Before you get away from Mark Jackson, just want to input what I respect about him. It's something that people don't put on Magic Johnson name. Now, I'm going to say, I don't know if Mike wanted to either tie Kareem and pass Magic, but I'm going to say both. He wanted to pass Magic in rings, and he wanted to tie Kareem. And he said, that's enough right there. And then I'm going to give it with Mark Jackson. He felt like, I don't give a damn about no John Stockton and where this record go. I passed Magic Johnson, motherfucker. I retire. That's the greatest of all time to me.
Yeah.
And he don't look. Even though he passed Magic, it's like a Kobe thing to me. I know I passed Mike, and I know I passed Magic, but I'm not the greatest scorer. I'm not the greatest shooting guard. I'm not the greatest point guard, but I passed my idol. That's all. I wanted to be on his level or somewhere in that area.
Yeah. But get back to the late great Lou Conasaka. He said he watched Connie Hawkins when he was 12, that he was running, took off beyond the key and dunked it when he was 12. 12.
Man.
Old Converses cloth that had nothing. Took off when he was 12. He was 12.
Wow.
If y'all don't believe me, pull that shit up.
Nah.
They ain't gonna do it.
That was my uncle, man. That was my uncle too. I told you, man, my uncle two favorite players. I had one uncle who made me a Laker fan. You know, he was my old pimped out uncle who had all the money. And then my other uncle was the hard working man, and he liked the Dr. J and the New Jersey Nets, and then, you know, Philly, because he was a Dr. J fan. But his second favorite player was Connie Hawkins.
Connie Hawkins was ahead of his time, man.
Yeah, his second favorite player was
Connie Hawkins. Do it all. Now you got people say. Now I want people to understand, because you understand. You got people say like they did it all, but Connie Hawkins did it all.
Oh, that's a fact.
Did it all. That's a fact. Everything.
And you don't even hear people like, hey yo, you know what's crazy? You can ask some of these niggas in the NBA, some of these modern day players. Ask Cade Cunningham who Connie Hawkins is. He gonna be like, who?
And also, Connie Hawkins, I'm not gonna go into the story, but Connie Hawkins helped started the Phoenix Suns when they were the expansion team back in the late 1960s.
Mm-hmm.
He one of the first started that franchise of the Phoenix Suns. And you gotta understand, he came to the NBA, he was late. But I think he played 8 or 9 years after that, and he retired. But 6 out of those, he was an all-star. He played with the Lakers too, was doing his thing. The late great Will Chamberlain was saying that the Hawk was one of the hardest places. Oh, what's up, shorty? Yo, you got him trained. I see you train. You got him trained. I like that. Ron got him training too. Yeah, he got him trained. That's what I like. That's what I like to see. Get him training like that. There you go. Get him training like that. Don't. I'm going to behave myself. I'm going to be nice because you got little kids around. So
she don't understand nothing we talk about. She only won.
But get back to Connie Hawkins. He did a lot. He did a lot for the game, and he got cheap, and he got caught up in something that was not his fault. But the early ABA back in the days, Connie Hawkins was an all-star. Matter of fact, he won a title back in the 60s.
That's a fact.
And the Hawk was.
He won a title.
I used to use him in N1. I used to use him in N1. That's why I used to love N1 because they had Connie Hawk. I was like, man, I used to use Connie Hawk, and my homeboys be like, man, who is that? I'm like, you about to see this dude can do everything on the court. No, he can't. Man, I put my homeboys on it. I'm like, man, you ain't lying, man. Go do your homework about Connie Hawkins, man. That dude was nice like that. He was nice. Way before his time. But people like us, we keep that net. That's why we're going to wait till the summer. I'm going to talk about the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. We're going to give all these people their flowers. Even the ones that they don't even know about. Go ahead.
So I tell people this all the time. Me, born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, really appreciate Connie Hawkins. If Connie Hawkins would never got picked on back in Iowa, we would tell him he would have been one of the greatest in the NBA. He would have been stamped. He would have been stamped because go back to Lil Konosaki was doing. He said Connie Hawkins was doing this thing when he was 12.
That's a fact.
He was cracking grown man. Oh, he was only 12. He was still growing, but he was only 12.
Hey, yo, they don't like. That's why I say, like, that's why I remember my man Pac made that song, Ain't Nothing Like the Old School, you feel me? And I'm just sitting back and I think about it underrated, like, man, how the hell you dudes going to try to step on the niggas that created the game that you niggas living off of? These niggas created this shit. Like, we all know Dr. J's name came up with the game, but these niggas created the NBA as it is today. All the way from free agency, player movement, these niggas, they laid the foundation for all that.
Oscar Robertson.
Like, yeah. Like, hey, yo, like, look, like, people don't even know. Like, you ask the average young boy, yo, you know who Spencer Hayward was?
No.
And also, Spencer Hayward, I forgot what year they took the gold, but I believe it was in a Pan-African game, Pan-African back in the late 60s. But he was MVP and they won gold. Come on, this man was in college. He averaged like 30 and 20. Three, four blocks.
Hey, yo, listen. And I tell a nigga, and he was doing that while smoking crack, nigga.
By smoking crack. Then he said crack then. What is you talking about? Stop playing with me. They had crack then. There was another name.
Freebasing. They was what they call freebasing.
Freebasing. That was crack.
That's all it was.
All the time you can't tell me. You can't tell me. See, that's what I'm talking about. I can't see. Hey man, they don't know, man. Yo, crack came out in 1980. No, it did, man. The crack came out over 20 years before that. What is you talking about, man? I know, Trey. You best stop playing with me.
Tell them Posh American Gangsters. So that, like it's way before the 80s. What are we talking about?
Upstairs in the closet.
Hey, with me, man. Nate, I forgot that there's another player, the late great Nate Thurman.
So that boy already to my over my belly button.
Nate Thurman, yeah.
Nate
Look,
Thurman.
I ain't lying. This 6. This 6 years old right here to me. I'm 6'3".
Trey Jr., man, the Trey, he getting.
I'm telling you, that's 6 years old. Watch him, look, and I'm not having with that. I'm not having with that bullshit. Straight shit on him, son. Yeah, and talk something to him. Get tech. Take that little tech. Shit on him. That's where I come from. Shit on him. Look, coach. That's some bullshit. I should be able to tell that nigga he can't guard me. He can't guard me?
Hey, yo, and you know who else gets shitted on? Underrated? And this nigga got one of the illest stats I ever heard in the NBA. He the only nigga to ever lead the league in scoring and assists in the same year, Nate Archibald.
Nate Archibald.
Yes.
Yeah.
I said, yo, how the fuck you niggas don't talk about
Kansas City Royals?
I said, how the fuck you niggas talk about a nigga that led the league in scoring and assists in the same year?
Do you know how hard that is?
Man.
Back when the era,
I'm gonna tell you another thing. What'd you say, big bro?
That was back when every era had defense
Look,
too.
And I'm gonna tell you who they. When you give it to certain players, right? Kobe, we know Kobe had multiple injuries on injuries with his Achilles, right? But they like to try to act like Kevin Durant was the first player to defy the Achilles. I believe it was Dominique Wilkins.
Yes.
It was Dominique.
It was.
What did he average T. Price again? I know underrated probably could tell me right now, but I know T. Price said it before. But it was when he went with the San Antonio Spurs, right? They let him go, right? Right after that, and he went to the Spurs. He had a career year. His shooting was better. See, that's what you do. When you lose your leap, he added his jumper.
Fundamentals.
He already had a jumper too.
Same thing with Vince Carter. All you guys like to talk about Vince, windmill, 360, dunks. That nigga is known now as one of the greatest 3-point percentage shooters ever.
Just like Jason Kidd.
Yep. That's what you do as a great player. To me, a great player, you're not gonna always be young, bro. You're not gonna always be able to dunk on somebody. You're not gonna be able to burn past your man. What now? You have to always outsmart your man because you're younger than him. It's like Ali when he went against Foreman. I can't outpunch this nigga. Underrated, you know this better than me. I had to watch this on a replay, but you know it better than me and probably right there. Ali basically outwitted him. I'm gonna make this big ass nigga tired, let him beat on me, take his hardest punches because he think he the knockout king. So if I take him, I'm whispering in his ear. That's all you got? Damn, I thought you was gonna hurt me, knock me out. Look, and once I see him breathing hard, huffing and puffing, hit this nigga with everything you got.
That's what the rope dope. That's what he told people that he said, "This the rope dope. Take this. You can win."
Created that in his elder age. He wasn't. People forget. Ali wasn't no rope-a-dope fighter his whole career. That nigga used to light your ass. People don't know how hard Ali was smacking niggas.
Hey, I got it right here. See, this crazy. Cause look, even Dr. J, y'all. If you add Dr. J, AB, NBA. I find it very
ABA career, yep. ABA career with the NBA. Tell him, T. Price.
If you combine the ABA with the NBA,
greatest small forward ever.
Yes.
Greatest small forward ever if you add those things in, bro. I don't care about
all rounded.
And if you do that to a lot of players, they're ranked higher on the all-time scoring as well.
Hey, check it out. Let me give y'all an example of Dominique Wilkins, right? Check this out. 82-83, 17.5. 83-84, 21.6. 27.4. 85-86 All-Star. This is when he made All-Stars consecutive. 85-86 to 93-94. he averaged 30.3. Next year, 29. Next year, 30.7. Next year, 26.2. Next year, 26.7. Next year, 25.9. Next year, 28.1. 92, 93. This last year with the Hawks, he's averaged 29.9. Then 93, 94, 26 a game. He's played. That's the year he played for 2 teams.
Do me a favor, big bro, to add on to what you did.
Finished.
Not to go.
I'm almost finished. Okay, 93, 94. Okay, 93, 94. He averaged 24.4. Then he averaged 29.1% for the Clippers. And then for Boston, he averaged 17.8. So basically, the man averaged 17 for man.
Look. What I want you to do, bro, if you can, for those seasons that you name, right? If you can, just to show them like the appreciation of the scoring. Can you please, if you can find out in any way, tell us how many threes that man took in all those seasons, bro? The average 29, 30. The average 26. How many threes did that nigga have to take?
And also going more on Brother Trey, point is, when he was averaging 29, 24, that is his twilight of his career.
Yes.
How many plays that you can say, call off an Achilles tear that could average? Come on, stop playing with us, man. Stop playing with us.
That's better than Kobe Bryant, my favorite player. Not ashamed to say it. That's better than Kobe. Kobe went down to averaging about 18, bro. Rotator cuff. Ron, you know, rotator cuff. Bone on bone. Ankle spur. Come on, bro. We know what Kobe played through. I'm not making that an excuse, though. I'm not going to make an excuse for it because he didn't. He got on the court. He didn't sit out. He didn't sit out a full season like KD and make sure his Achilles was right.
Listen. What the Mamba did, we all know he was broke down, right? And it's a misconception that I hate when everybody say. In year 17, Kobe averaged 27, 5, and 5. Right before he popped his Achilles, he was averaging 27, 5, and 5 in his 17th year.
And his career average was something like that, about 28, 29.
So when they say we never seen nobody play this great, this deep in their career,
that's a lie.
I said, y'all forgot. I said Kareem averaged 25 points in 1986.
Right. Mm-hmm. And also when Dominique, when he hurt, when he got hurt and everything, it was unheard of that when they said it's gonna take 2 years to come back, play in form. He came back within that year, and played better, put up bigger numbers.
And that was Kobe's downfall. Think about it. Kobe popped that Achilles about a couple weeks before the playoffs. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Right there, right when we go to sleep.
The nigga came back in the beginning of the season. He didn't do nothing that all the other players did. The nigga tried to break history and try to show everybody I can come back from the Achilles. That was his downfall. Kobe didn't like to miss basketball, bro. That's how much he loved it.
He loved the game.
He didn't miss a basketball game, bro. That nigga will play. If they didn't force him to be sitting out, that nigga will play with a broken ankle, bro. That was probably one of Kobe's. If you want to say a downfall of Kobe or like a lack of understanding, Kobe didn't know when to sit out and just come back at 100%. Kobe will come back at 45%.
Listen, man. They talk that talk. They got to walk that walk, man. Like I said.
Hey, look, that's why I give KD, I'm not going to lie. It's one time in KD career where I give him the salute. And that's when he seen Golden State wasn't looking too good. And he said, fuck this leg, fuck this Achilles. Put me out there, coach. I'll try to see. And I'm going to tell you, all them 13 points that man scored, you know Ron Ton, you know T. Price. They needed every one of them to beat Toronto that one game. So right there, before all this other shit KD did, that gave me a little extra for respect for him because that's risking your career. Just for a game. For a game, you risk it. He wanted to be a 3-peat champion so bad. Yeah. That nigga said, let me go out there. Where he fucked up at was he was feeling that 13 came so easy to him. Ron Tom told me this while we was talking. He was getting screens and stopping and popping. He was coming off of screens, grabbing the ball, pop, 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 pop. He got on Ibaka. Oh, I remember I used to play with you. You can't guard me. Try to drive on Ibaka, and Ibaka stood him up with a bump. And KD tried to put some strain on his calf muscle that is attached to his Achilles, and that what fucked him up. He got a little bit too happy out there, scoring that 13 too easy. If he would have kept on stopping and popping, he would have probably made it through.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, half of the games I've seen, you can tell me how you felt. A lot of games I've seen won, like Isaiah Thomas when he scored that 25 points in a row right on the sprained ankle. That wasn't because just him being great and his talent. That was will right there. That was pride right there. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna win everything off of just your skill. Sometimes you got to be a little angry. Sometimes you got to have a little jealousy. Sometimes you got to. Michael Jordan had jealousy. Larry Bird, Isaiah, Magic Johnson. All you niggas got rings. They telling me that I'm the best in the league, but I don't got that shit. I got all the stats. I got the MVPs. See, people forget Michael Jordan was LeBron James first. They was talking about, oh, he got the stats. Yeah, he can dunk. Yeah, he can do. They was on Michael too. And then Mike said, I need some rings. They not going to respect me till I win some championships. And now y'all done flipped it to where you don't got to win championships. You just got to have the records.
I'm going to tell you the difference of Michael Jordan showing respect of great George Gervin and disrespect.
No, hold on. Let me turn this off.
And disrespect LeBron James. He said this. If he would have had George in his prime, they would have won more championships.
No, she's going today.
He said about LeBron.
Alicia, I'm telling you, she's trying to pick a flower for we're going to go tomorrow. That's what she told me. So what you doing?
Because she's going tomorrow, but she said we're going tomorrow.
Okay.
She get off work at 6.
All right, go ahead, bro.
No, like I was saying that there's a difference of MJ respect one player to other. Mm-hmm. He said, if I would have had George in his prime, who's gonna stop me? And he said, I could average 30, 40. He could average 30, 40. And you see, he got height. But when we talking about, you talking about, I ain't talking about this guy they busting mayonnaise, but I can tell you one thing. They love that spicy yellow. They love that spicy mustard, boy. They love that shit. And I'm gonna tell you, they love that mustard so much. I might not even buy no more mustard. They love that in the mustard, man. That pissed me off. They change colors now. They don't bust mayonnaise. They love that mustard.
Ron Tom, let me ask you something.
What's that, bro?
Couple months ago, we made a trade. Mm-hmm. We got Luka. Honest opinion. Would that trade still be like it is, or would you have put LeBron on Dallas and kept AD?
As a Laker fan, I would have took the two younger prodigies. Come on, I'd have took the 32-year-old and the 26-year-old because they complement each other. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, him and AD complement each other more than him and LeBron do.
Because him and LeBron really play the same position, small forward.
Right. Could you imagine if AD and Luka played together, that motherfucker had 14 points just off of live dunks alone.
I feel like both of them are average. I feel like both of them are average 30. I'm gonna be real, at least 29 something.
I swear to God, I would think that they were both average like 30.
I swear, if you look at it, AD and Luka can get 30 just off of they don't need another star on the team. Those niggas, people forget something, right? And I'm gonna tell you, I want to remind people one thing before I get back to Ron time telling y'all. I want everybody to know, don't give LeBron no credit for what Luka's doing right now. Since Luka stepped in the NBA, number one grinder, he went what? T Price, he averaged what? 29 on the Clippers.
That's about right.
Me and T Price both said early, we picked some people, you guys. Ja Morant.
So yeah,
Luka Doncic. We both picked Luka Doncic. We said he gonna be rookie of the year. We both said Ja gonna be better than Zion. Y'all didn't want to listen. We said we called these players out, bro, who we seen it in, because this all we take. Eye test, because we know basketball. I don't need to look at no stats. I don't even know what a nigga average number one grinder, Ron Tom. I don't even know what a nigga average. I can come watch a nigga one game and say, that nigga him. That nigga him.
Mm-hmm.
And also,
Luka is right behind Michael Jordan, the only player to have better playoff numbers. This is over my Kobe. This is over my any players. T-Mac, Allen Iverson. The only player to have a better career so far than Luka is Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Yeah, I agree with that. And also, y'all talking about,
and that's without. And look, hey, number one guy, before you go, and that's without a finals win. He's the second ranked.
I got you. And also, too, if Luka would have played with AD, you cannot double none of them. You gotta play them straight up. You can't double. Wait. How you gonna double it? How?
Bro, that would have been so scary. If we would have got Ron time, finish it, bro. If we would have got Luka and AD, bro, the world would have hated us.
Listen, I brought that shit up on another nigga stream. These other niggas stream, they basically they LeBron fans. You know what I mean? But they say they Laker fans. I said, man, we'd have been a lot better off trading LeBron for Luka. Man, these niggas almost jumped through the screen and killed me, man.
That's how they are, bro.
Them niggas almost jumped through the screen and killed me, my nigga.
My big bro up here to the left-hand corner, upper right. I said, I just don't want to give up on the Lakers. It wasn't about LeBron. He said, nope, I'm not doing it. I ain't rocking with the Lakers as long as they got this nigga, bro. And he didn't say nothing about his skill. To let you hater ass niggas know. He said, he's going to destroy us, bro. He's going to start trading our squad. He's going to start making the Lakers do shit they didn't do. All this came into fruition. Go look that word up. All of it came true. Y'all still haven't gave my bro credit. He deserves a dollar. He deserve a dollar. He deserve a dollar from each and every one of y'all. 50 cents. I don't care what it is, because y'all was wrong. Y'all was on here call. I seen it in the comments. We don't give a shit about that shit. We from a different era. We used to people telling you what they feel, and it may not be a nice word. That shit don't bother us. You ain't heard no feeling.
That was the stream when Jay Reed. Y'all got to go back to the Ticket archives, man. That was when Ticket came out with the Jay Reed signed with the LA Lakers. And me and Trey was the first two ones on there. And I told y'all how these Jay Reed fans are. Listen, when they say Laker fans, can y'all please start saying this Jay Reed fans? Because real Laker fans ain't complaining. We waiting for this nigga to go get out of here. Take your son, take your Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Real Laker fans didn't even want the nigga in the first place.
Right. That was a fact. I was just about to get.
I'm gonna be 1,000 with you. Y'all want to play this bullshit? No, we did not want LeBron. We would have rocked with them young niggas that we had because we kind of liked them young niggas. We were starting to gravitate to them young niggas. They were starting to win certain games. I ain't saying they had a perfect record, but they were starting to beat certain teams. You know, certain nights they'll be like, and we'll clap it up for them if they gave certain teams a run for their money. We'll be like, oh yeah, they starting to learn. They starting to learn.
And plus, the chemistry was forming before our eyes too. That a lot of people don't want to talk about at the time.
We had our number one player. We had Brandon Ingram. We had Brandon Ingram. We had our point guard, whichever one you want to say. If some of you guys like D'Angelo Russell, I ain't talking about his off the court things. If you like D'Angelo Russell, if you liked Alonzo, we had things. Caruso, Randall, we had things in play. All of these players right now are either is a franchise player or is a core player to a team right now.
Even Julius Randle was on the squad.
Julius Randle is a core piece right now. He is the second guy that they depend on in New York. When he was in New York first, he was the first guy. Then he became the second when the point guard came. Then when he went to Minnesota, he's the second guy. That's called a core. Everybody we had on our team is an important piece, from Caruso to Kuzma to all those guys.
Think about this though. That's Jerome Lane dunking in the paint. That was that Pitt game. I remember that. But think about this. Imagine if we had Josh Hart starting as our 2 guy right now.
Man, that's another good one.
Both two-way player, willing to play defense. This is the same guy that we seen. This is the same dude that we seen have to put his hands behind his back because he was giving James Harden too much defense.
And he's one of the greatest rebounding guards in the league today.
Like, if you think about that, right? The Lakers are one of the best. Like, they don't talk about it, but if you really think about it, when you're playing for the Lakers, we were one of the best developing teams in the league, bro. How we develop players around our franchise player, we was one of the best players. We developed Paul Gasol to be better than what he was. We developed Andrew Bynum to be better than what he was. We developed Sasha Voracek, Jordan Formar, Devin George, Trevor Ariza. Everybody who come on our team, they get a spotlight put on them, first of all, from being on the Lakers. But you get all these greats that get to come and teach you something, from Shaq to Kareem to Magic to Byron Scott to Kobe Bryant. All these dudes that you got something you can learn from, bro. That's why you can develop.
And I think that is missing. That is missing right now of the franchise today, because they don't have KG veterans to show them. It showed them, especially how the coaches right now, the coaches ain't what it used to be. So in the veterans, so when you have a coach, sometimes the coach say, "Once you go and talk to them, they can tell you more better." And that's why you build up championship aspirations. That's when you build a more strong player on team, more camaraderie, the chemistry and stuff. We don't see it right here because everybody wants it right now. When you win, just like I get case in point when the Lakers won the title few years ago, they always want to talk about that motherfucker. I don't want to say that motherfucker, but if you think about it, they had Dwight Howard. That I don't want to talk about that motherfucker.
JaVale McGee.
You talking about this? I call Spicy Mustard Dirty Man. I don't like this motherfucker. Spicy, dusty, dirty. I don't know why the fuck you were 23. Nigga, look at it. He look like from Gilligan's Island, motherfucker. What's wrong with you? Nigga? You swimming or something? You don't know how to catch fish?
And he got his jersey all tucked in and shit.
Fuck out of here. What are you gonna talk about?
This nigga a geek. This nigga got his jersey tucked in. Nigga, let that shit hang like your balls.
Out of here. Look at it. Look at me, man. Look at it.
Look, underrated. You know why? And look, underrated.
Why you pulling the Laker hat?
Look, hey, underrated. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me, because Kobe is number 2, right? Only because of Michael Jordan. Only because of Michael Jordan, bro. Tell me what shooting guard we had that was on the level of a Kobe Bryant right now. We didn't have centers. We didn't have small forwards and
back
James Worthy, shit like that. We didn't have centers. We didn't have all of it, but Kobe was our shooting guard. We never had that position be star-studded. Kobe didn't learn. Who else you gonna get? Michael fucking Jeffrey Jordan, bro. That's who Phil Wing got. He had that connection. First thing out of Kobe mouth. This is what I respected, because I know Kyrie was trying to mimic Kobe's career. Kobe seen Mike when Phil brought him. Ron, everybody right here on this damn panel know I ain't lying. Kobe said, I could beat your ass right now, one-on-one. Where your shoes at? Where your shoes at? Mike said, I ain't got my shoes. I ain't coming to play one-on-one. He said, but you probably would beat me because I'm not playing basketball right now. That's 2 times. Twice I heard Michael Jordan tell Kobe Bryant, you probably will beat me. He never said no other player, not in his generation, not Magic Johnson, not Larry Bird, not Isaiah. The only nigga that he said Mike will beat him because he felt like the shit that he mastered was the key, was Kobe Bryant. Because he said this nigga steal all my shit, and that's the master shit.
Yo, you heard what he said?
You say, Ron?
You heard what he said? Yo, you probably would beat me, you little motherfucker. You stole all my moves.
Stole all my shit, nigga. The whole bag, nigga.
The whole, yo, and then add a 3-point shot to it, you silly motherfucker.
Look,
he had pump fake and all that shit to it.
Look, I'm not saying this makes him better. I'm just saying what he was better at him as, because overall we know the truth. But to me, Kobe Bryant, and this one thing for sure, he was better than every player to me in making bad shots. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of times I cussed at Kobe. God damn it. Like, I'm screaming, Kobe, why you shoot that? And he make it. I'll be like, I don't give a fuck. It's still a bad shot. Don't shoot that shit. But Kobe was the best ever player to me at shooting a shot you shouldn't shoot. He might make that shit more than any other player.
Yeah,
and
one of the greatest shot makers of all time.
Yeah,
for sure.
And then, unbelievable shots. Kobe is one of the. If he's not the greatest, he is one of the greatest. He's in the top 2 of making unbelievable shots. And then, if you want to say between him and Jordan, I believe when Ron Tom just said you added the 3-point shot, I'm gonna add another thing. Kobe Bryant's dribble was better than Michael Jordan's.
Hey yo, but this what I want to say too. I said, when we talking about the best I ever seen, we got Mike, and I'm talking about the eye test, right? The only thing to me that Mike had on Kobe, he was a better athlete. He was bigger, he was stronger. You feel me? He had bigger hands. You feel me? He had big hands. But when it come down to roll that ball out, and let me see who the nicest out here, I ain't seen nobody fucking with Kobe Bean Bryant, bro.
I add this to you. I say, look, not much. Look, Ron, not much, but like an inch on IQ. Michael Jordan knew when to give up the ball, maybe a play or 2 before Kobe.
Hey, yo, I will give you that with number 8 Kobe, but number 24 Kobe, nah. That IQ was
look, number 8, I'll give you that. You just now added that. Number 8, Kobe. And look, that's why I say he was better, because he would have won before that Kobe.
I told the nigga, I said, listen, bro. I said, what nigga got a Hall of Fame career in 2 different numbers? I said, you could take the number 8 Kobe, and he's the first ballot Hall of Famer. I said, you could take Afro Kobe, he's the first ballot Hall of Famer. I said, then you add the number 24 to that. I said, come on, my nigga. That nigga had 2 different careers, bro.
Let me take some out of your book. Name me 50 players that's better than Kobe Bryant.
I break it. Listen, hold on. I break it down even further. I still asking these niggas who talk that shit. I say, y'all talk that shit, but y'all name 5 players who have better careers than Kobe Bryant. You cannot.
They always say.
You cannot name me 5 players that had a better career than Kobe Bryant. And I'm still
They say
waiting
this
on
resume. You know, you're gonna be waiting on that forever, but they gonna still say that this resume here. They say this resume here that he had is not GOAT status. Man, y'all dudes is crazy.
Hold on, listen. I got all the accolades on my thumbnail. 5-time champion, 2 times Finals MVP, 17-time All-Star, 4-time All-Star Game MVP, 11-time first team NBA, 2-time All-Team second NBA, 2-time All-Team third NBA, 9-time All-Defensive Team first team, 3 All-Defensive Team second team, All-Rookie second team, Slam Dunk champion, 2-time scoring champion, Los Angeles Lakers all-time leading scorer. Talk nice to me. Talk to me fucking nice, nigga.
Damn, he the all-time leading scorer for the Lakers?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't even fucking know that. That fucking the bean, nigga.
Hey, look, not only is he the all-time leading scorer, not only is he the all-time scoring Laker, he is also the all-time leading assist shooting guard, and that's over Michael Jordan too.
Hold on, listen, and let's not even talk. Listen, we're not even talking about the individual accolade. Scoring 40 points in 11 straight games. Scoring 50 points in 4 straight. You know what I mean? We're not talking about the 81. We're not talking about the 63 against Dallas in 3 quarters. We're not talking about none of that shit.
That's fucking crazy. And to think he was dropping 40 coming from court. Niggas forget about that.
Hey, T. Price, is this number 8 Kobe?
That's 8 Kobe they showing right there.
Now look, now we know, look, that's what I'm saying. When he got to 24, he became the all-time assist leader when it comes to positions. As in, you're a point guard, you're a shooting guard. Right now, to this day, with James Harden averaging all of the triple doubles he's averaging, Kobe Bryant has the most assists still as a shooting guard.
And listen to me, and it don't stop there, y'all.
And he broke the record. Well, I say tie it. He tied the record for the most threes. What was it, 12?
Hey, yo, and then on top of that, on one leg and one shoulder, last game of his career, bitch, he gave him 60.
Look, and then Kobe is the only. Well, look, other than Will Chamberlain, I don't know. Kobe is the only player to outscore a whole nother team, and I'm not talking about just for a quarter. I'm talking about for a half. Kobe had fucking 63. Kobe had 63, and the fucking Dallas Mavericks had 60 or 61.
They had 62, bro. He outscored them niggas in 3 quarters by himself. And Phil Jackson asked him, hold on. Phil Jackson asked him if he wanted to go back in and get the Laker record.
He said, "I'll break it later."
And he said, "No, but we was up by 20-5."
Hey, look, and he said, look, add on. He said, "I'll break it another day."
And then turned around and did the shit against fucking Toronto.
And look, and the reason why Phil took him out, I'll never forget it. The reason why Phil took him out, all Laker fans know this. See, I ain't got to remind y'all. Josh Hart, a couple other players, foul-hearted his ass when he went for a drive, dropped him to the ground, basically gave Phil Jackson a message. Take him out. We ain't going to take no more embarrassment.
Niggas is ready to end Kobe career right there.
That's how to look. And I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I respected it because when I played ball, I'm talking about street ball, and they only needed 1 point. You know what I used to say to my teammates? Our slogan, whoever I play with, I'm not gonna be the reason. That's meaning if this nigga get past me, I'm a clothesline his ass. He ain't making it. My player ain't making it.
Hey, yo, just think about it. Hey, yo, what happened? When that nigga scored that 60 point, right? And they called that timeout, and that nigga put his hands up, and all his pups came. D'Angelo Russell said he's the fucking GOAT.
Man, look, you got Gildress right now, who's really the face, but they don't want to give it to him yet. He's really the man of the league. He told niggas Kobe is the GOAT. Look, you got a lot of players. Look, Kyrie said it when he was playing, I don't know what was it. He was playing Call of Duty or he was playing Grand Theft Auto. He said, look, to me. Look, he didn't want nobody mad at him. To me. He said Kobe is the GOAT. Look, bro, I'm not mad at you. If you think Mike the GOAT, if you think Kobe the GOAT, I'm going to tell you, I come from the era of a nigga was saying, Iverson was better than Kobe, I'll be like, I don't think so, but I respect who you picking. Like he a bad motherfucker.
I can see you saying I like Iverson more than Kobe.
Yeah.
But when you got Iverson sitting on the couch and said, "No, man, it's a difference, y'all." I'm telling you.
Look, and this look, but this is what I'm saying. Look, Ron, I'm saying this before Iverson got into them elder years, right? Until we start seeing the separation, right? When they was both like 4 years in the league, when it was like neck to neck, if and this. If you said T-Mac, if you said Kobe, if you said Iverson, I was a Kobe guy. We know how it was split. That's how good the league was. You had some T-Mac niggas out there, a couple Vince Carter niggas out there, a couple Allen Iverson niggas out. You had some Allen Iverson niggas out there, but we knew.
You ever hear the story how they fucked up the trade?
Yeah.
When he was leaving Toronto, he was supposed to be going to LA with Kobe and Shaq.
Man, look, every nigga I know that was in his generation said they wish they could have played with the Mamba, bro.
No, listen, hold on. This was before T-Mac started macking. You feel me? This when he was still a prodigy. Hey, they were supposed to trade him to Los Angeles, and the deal fell through. And I said, good God Almighty, could you imagine?
Hey, look, I want to say this too. Kobe probably one of the best offhand blockers in the league. He blocked more shots with his left hand than he ever did with his strong hand. People didn't pay attention to that, but my little basketball nerd ass did. See, I'm gonna tell y'all the difference. Real basketball heads know what I'm saying. You got basketball players, you got basketball geeks, and then you got basketball nerds. Kobe was a basketball nerd. Michael Jordan was a basketball insane nerd.
Yeah, they wasn't fucking.
LeBron James, I'm gonna tell you why I say he ain't a nerd. Because he'll go out to a club, he'll go out with Jay-Z. Kobe wasn't doing that shit. He didn't give a fuck who you was, how big you was. This nigga is the same nigga. See, if LeBron was on the side, if Chris Rock was making those jokes on the side of LeBron, and he was having a hell of a game, LeBron would have looked over, he would have did the shit he did with Kevin Hart. Like him and AD, all over there, falling all over him, joking.
He would have did this. Hold on. He would have did this. I'm gonna find it.
That's the one where the man couldn't jump no more.
I gotta find it. I gotta find it. Hold on.
But I swear, hey, I just love playing. Look, Joel Embiid fooled me. Ron, tell me if you think I'm lying. When I seen Joel Embiid cry right after Kawhi Leonard didn't beat him, when I seen him crying like that, bro, Yeah. Get this nigga out of here. Hey, get this nigga Chris Rock out of here. I'm trying to stay in the zone. Get this nigga Chris Rock out of here. I'm trying to stay in the zone. Hey, but I'm going to say this. When I seen Joel Embiid cry, bro, and get his feelings hurt, right? Because I was that type of nigga, bro. I remember I struck out in baseball, nigga. Just struck out. Nigga, I cried like a motherfucker. I'm mad. Empire cheating me, nigga. That was hot. Pops, stop that goddamn crying shit. Make sure that the umpire can't cheat you. Make sure that it don't matter where that goddamn ball threw. You know how to hit that shit. Oh, okay.
That's some real shit right there,
I don't care if it's a ball. I don't care if it's a ball. I want you to be able to knock that motherfucker out. See, that's what I grew up under. No excuses. Stop trying to use the umpire. Stop saying they cheating you. It's your ass. Learn how to hit that shit. You right. LeBron not that type of nigga. And that's when I knew he wasn't going to be that type of player, bro. He will let somebody take the blame knowing that it's him. I was never that dude. You know, and anybody on this thing that know what I'm saying who played basketball, bro, you know when you throw a bad pass or you read something wrong, immediately you start tapping your chest like my bad and point to your teammate like that was me, my nigga. Like that was me. I did some stupid shit. I don't give a fuck how good I am. Even all my teammates could have thought you was the best player on the team. I had no shame in going into timeouts in high school, wherever I was at, and being like, man, that's my fault, y'all. I'm playing like some bullshit, but I'm fit to turn this shit up.
Nah, that's a real athletes do, man. You want to know what's crazy? I don't know if y'all heard LeBron say that he blamed losing games on role players on that recent episode. Mm-hmm. He was talking to Steve Nash. Yeah, he was like, man, everything could go right, but if a role player misses that one shot, it could swing the flow of the game. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, well, what about when the star player misses a shot? Doesn't that not swing the flow even more? Or I don't know.
Or doesn't take the shot. Or doesn't take the shot.
Hold on.
Right?
Listen, when have you ever heard Kobe blame Sasha Vujacic for losing a fucking game?
Or Derek
say that shit again, Ron Time. Say that shit again.
Or Derek Fisher, or Rick Fox, or Robert Horry. Look, we can name multiple niggas with him.
Facts. You ain't never heard him blame nobody.
Look at Shaq them. Let's go even further. When Kobe made those air balls, did you see Nick Van Exel, Eddie Jones, Shaquille O'Neal, any veteran that was on that team come out and say this motherfucking rookie? Because you know what they did? They pumped him up even more. You know what they said? They said none of us wanted to take that shot. Shit.
Exactly.
Because we in LA. Look, we in LA. None of us wanted to take that shot. We didn't want to hear that shit. We know how I feel when you don't make a shot and how LA did. That shit, that showed the beast that Kobe is. Look at what Jerry West said. A legend. The logo. He said, I don't know nobody that would have took that many shots after they airball. He said after the first airball, I know players that just wouldn't even want to be on the court no more. That shows you. Look at LeBron. LeBron don't know how to shoot free throws. When it gets to that clutch time, that nigga shoot that shit from half court to keep from going to that line. The whole game, bitch, you been driving. Now it's the last 10 seconds. You don't want to go to the free throw.
Man, they say that man shot 78%, a career high 78% for the free throw line. Man,
hey, look, you know what? I might look. Hey, look, T-Price. T-Price. I might believe it because he's shooting free throws at an all-time high in his older age. You drive lesser than you did in your youth, right? Look at Kobe. And I remember this when I paid attention to it. I'm not lying. When Kobe started getting older, they came out with like a graphic saying, as players get older, the free throws numbers drop because they don't drive as much because, they don't want to get hurt, knocked to the ground. LeBron James drives just as much as he did when he was young. Free throws are up even higher than when he was young.
Still can't make them motherfuckers. Still ain't gonna shoot over 80%.
Because you know what? He never had to have the pressure. I'm gonna tell you something. You never get over a fear, right? Until you face it, right? Until you face it. LeBron never had to face the clutch shot. There go Kyrie Irving. There go Dwayne Wade. There go Chris Bosh. There go AD. Look, AD, Kobe in the bubble. LeBron never had to. Nigga, fuck that little tip jam, that little tip in you did with Luka. That ain't no clutch. For the win. That ain't no goddamn clutch shot, nigga. Everybody know that ain't clutch because you tipped some shots. That's called luck. Ron Artest did the same thing with Kobe Bryant when he missed a shot against Phoenix and tipped it in. Yeah, we gonna run against all around you and jump because we happy we won the game. But don't you sit up here and say you one of the best clutch shooters after that shit, nigga.
But that's the shit he do. He gonna say he the best clutch shooter after making the tip put back. For the game, that's what I say with Luka, they don't know what to say with Luka. Look at the first time what they're saying. For the first time, all they can say is if LeBron gets Luka to the finals, then they like, and they're saying to the finals. That's how cheap they trying to be and lie to you guys who are just stupid. If he get them to the finals, he helped them and elevate them. Luka just got to the finals by his goddamn self last year. Stop it. He has to win. Exactly. He has to win. And that's the only thing that matters. When LeBron likes to pick teammates that don't, if you notice, right? And this is why, and they overlook D Wade. And this is something that Stephen A. Smith, I don't agree with this man a lot.
All-Star games no more either.
Yeah. Stephen A. Smith, T. Price know this. All of us know this. D Wade is the reason why D Wade, Pat Riley is the reason why you know how to win.
Like Jimmy the Cricket.
D Wade, look in that Dallas Mavericks series. Go look at D Wade's stats. Balling like the song say, he was balling. It was LeBron. Guess what D Wade say? This nigga don't know how to play if I don't cut my game back. So look, LeBron, I'm gonna let you go on and just do whatever you do, leave the ball in your hand, because I can play still off the ball and I can still score 20 or 25 without being the main guy. That's how good I am. You're not that good, I see. So let me cut back. That's what everybody got to do. If you're that goddamn good, you can cut back. Kobe had no reason.
You should be able to adapt.
When you look at it, let's be real. Was LeBron really better than everybody on his team, or could you say they were damn near equals? From Kevin Love, let's go to what he was averaging on his team with the Timberwolves, and then go look at what LeBron was averaging. Damn near equals on stats, right? Boom. When you go with Kyrie before he get over there, damn near equals on stats. Even when LeBron was over there with him, they both averaging 29, just like Kobe and Shaq. Then you get him with AD, a nigga that was averaging even more than him. He only led in assists. Y'all still trying to say he better.
I remember this game.
So then you get Kobe.
Like it was yesterday right here. It was on a Friday night.
Look at the confidence. Look at the confidence, T. Price. I wish you can zoom in on Kobe. Look at Kobe. He shoots it like he knows that's the shot I wanted. He give him a stutter step. Wop, wop. And look, LeBron, I'm going to add that to LeBron's shot against the Orlando Magic. And I love that shot. He made it, and yeah, they won. But if you really look at it, T. Price, tell me the truth. You've seen basketball for a long time, number one underrated, Grindr, Ron Todd, everybody on here. Did he look confident when he shot it, or did he look like, fuck it, shoot it? And when he seen it go in, when you see his reaction, oh, he was just as shocked as the fucking crowd, bro. He didn't have no confidence in that shot. He was just as shocked as the fucking crowd. Damn near ran out the gym because he didn't want them niggas to fucking challenge the shit.
Facts.
Well, to me, in my opinion, he looked like Andre Iguodala when he stole MVP from Stephen Curry in the NBA Finals.
He looked like Derek Fisher to me. He looked like Derek Fisher to me.
He like he won prom king. I ain't lying.
Yeah, bro. It was no confidence in his shot, bro. When you look at LeBron James, first of all, a pure shooter, up and down. A pure shooter is up and down. Every time LeBron James shoots it, it's a fadeaway. I don't care if it's from the three-point line.
That's a fact. LeBron ain't got no jumper. Never was a shooter whatsoever, ever in his career.
All his shots, T-Price
right
put
here.
up. T-Price put the shit up.
Go. There it is. It's 2 careers.
Look at that. Look at that shit.
Look at that shit.
16,000.
Damn near the same shit.
That's
damn near
incredible.
mirror. Look, he damn near mirrored the same fucking career. All he did, look, T. Price, if he would have three-peated, instead of he three-peated, he just didn't win. Went to the finals 3 times, just didn't win the first time. If the nigga would have did that, the nigga would have had the same career, bro. In a whole nother jersey.
Facts.
He would have been like he'd been like Mike. He would have been like Mike, had 2 3-piece, but then
come on, bro. And if you want to keep it real, look, Kobe already made history. That's something nobody else has done. Except, no, I'm lying. I think he had one. Kobe, the only player to win a championship without a top 75 player, and that includes 50 players. Kobe, the only one. He had it with Shaq at first. But when he had Paul Gasol, he was the only nigga to ever win without a top 75 player. No one else has done that. Everyone else has had a goddamn Hall of Famer on their team. Now, Paul Gasol is a Hall of Famer now, but he didn't look like it until he wouldn't be if he never had Kobe.
If he never,
those 2 championships. Yeah, if he never has Kobe, he's not a Hall of Famer. Now let's back it up. T. Price. AD a Hall of Famer without LeBron?
Yeah,
he is Hall of Famer without LeBron.
Look. D Wade a Hall of Famer without LeBron? Yes. Chris Bosh a Hall of Famer without LeBron? Yes. Look, everybody I can name. I can name everybody that this nigga done play with. They a Hall of Famer without him. But Kobe Bryant can say one thing. Your ass, Paul Gasol, wouldn't be one without me, my nigga.
That's a fact. And he never would say that either because Kobe ain't that type of
And
nigga.
he never looked. Everybody in the league know that. He says it himself. That's why he say he owe everything to him. You would have never been this player. You would have been in Memphis, and you would have been like a cool player that was averaging about 18, 16, and that's what have made you the best player on that team because it's Memphis. And then you would have went to a role player, and then you would have went to retire. That's it. And never would have made an all-star game because your team would have never been number one and you never would have been able to shine that much because you wouldn't have the spotlight on you. Kobe taught you shit.
Jay Reed could do this at the free throw line? You think Jay Reed could do this at the free throw line?
Hell no. Not. I remember that game. I remember that game. He was talking to Gerard. What Gerard Wallace? How much you want to put on it? I bet you $1 million. Look, I bet you $1 million. I'll make this motherfucker with my eyes closed. With my eyes closed, nigga.
The beam, nigga.
Hey, look, even told Ron Artest, a lot of niggas who niggas scared of, told Ron Artest said, you can't fuck with me. Kobe said, at the line, T-Price, you know you can read his lips to this day. He laughed. He said, nigga, you a comedian now, nigga? Now you doing comedian shit? Like you said, I can't fuck with you? Man. Nigga, knock it off, nigga.
Jalen Rose. My favorite one is that Jalen Rose commercial to this day.
Man, look, my favorite ever.
He got a lot of
Kobe,
commercials.
My favorite, all his commercials is good, but my favorite one is when he fucked Kanye West up. He said, "But are you the same beast and the same animal at the same time?" That nigga said, "What the fuck do you mean, Kobe Bryant?"
Oh, yeah. Shout out to TNT.
That was classic.
Shout out to TNT. Since we talk about Kobe, TNT. Yeah. Y'all had a lot of classic stuff, but my favorite one when they got done playing the game and Kenny Smith tried to do what Kobe did, jump over the car. And it was Curry that ran over him. That was classic.
Hey, who was on that Nike commercial with him? Ronnie
Terrio.
Hey, yeah, that was important. Hey, that was. Hey, I used to love his energy, bro.
Yeah, he's a player he was a player, man. That I'm used to seeing more than one enforcers. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have one back in the day. It was multiple ones. You know what I'm saying? Like they both had dogs over there.
Who that on, T Price? This ain't nobody. Who that? Thank you. That ain't nobody. Just slow that down. Let me let people know. Kobe bashed on real niggas. Really bashed on. Not no. They trying to block it. Not no run up on you and then stop and look at you dunk the ball. No, literally jump in the air with you and try to get that shit out the rim.
Yeah, and y'all want to see
the greatest athlete to ever step on the basketball court, bro. Like, no, look, like you saying, look, I'm on your level. No, hey, look, you right. Look, the greatest athlete, T Price, when you said that, I swear, I went and looked at all the high jump shit. That is the greatest athlete to ever step on the basketball court. If you don't know what I'm saying, I'm meaning this nigga was world round. It wasn't just basketball he was great in. He was great in other sports. And I'm not just talking about one or two. The Deion Sanders. He can play football and he can play. No, this nigga can do multiple shit. So that is the greatest athlete to ever step on the basketball court. This nigga could have been a weight champion. This nigga could have been a long jump high jump champion. Then they could have played football. Then they could have played all type of sports other than basketball and still been a champion and still would have been looked at how we look at them in basketball. So that is the greatest athlete. When you look at it, if you want to say the GOAT of like who's the greatest athlete of all time, athlete means you can do anything, any sport, throw it in front of me. I will give that to Wilt Chamberlain.
Well, anybody that want this right here that's in front of me, let me know, man. I'll mail it to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Kobe with the pictures, all the pictures, all in there.
If we was really some suck ass fans, bro, you didn't see Magic before it was ever a Kobe, bro. Think about that. Before it was ever a Kobe, all of it. Before we knew Kobe, before we knew, we ain't kissing that. And look, Mike ain't even from. Look, we more Laker fans than we are player fans, right? We like our team. We love our team more than we love a player. I love watching Iverson. I love watching T-Mac. But bitch, you ain't on my Lakers. You feel me? So for me to say Michael Jordan, if anything, you would think I want to hate Mike. Why? He won his first championship on my team, motherfucker. Motherfucker, I don't like Mike. Motherfucker, I was going against Mike. Motherfucker, when he went against my team, I was like, keep this nigga ringless, son of a bitch.
And not only that, this is what really made me respect Magic. This is why, to me, I know Snoop Dogg, y'all had that conversation this morning that Stephen Curry should be on the level of Magic Johnson. I disagree so heartily because I'll say this, because there's no point guards in this league. There are no point guards left in this league. All these dudes in this league is they've been shooting
combo
guards. But when Magic went on that 91-1, he didn't have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He had Vlade Divac.
Mm-hmm.
It still went to the finals.
And talk about his first finals, bro, that he won without your boy Kareem.
Yeah, Kareem didn't play that game. Magic jumped center and actually played 5 positions. And this is another thing too. Stop saying J. Reed can play 5 positions.
Thank you.
He got that from Roy Hibbert. Remember
what happened, bro? What happened when Steph Curry lost his Kareem in Kevin Durant? Did he pull that final series out like Magic still did? No, he did not. I'm sorry, but I agree with my big bro. He is not. And first of all, big bro, give him the definition of a PG. A damn point guard is not about the points you score. It's about the points your teammates score off of you.
Yeah, but it's like a Rondo. Like Chris Paul, he was a floor general too.
Or Jason Kidd.
J Kidd was another. We can just go on and on and on. Like even go back to Walt Clyde Frazier. Then you can go back to what's my boy Earl Monroe.
You know who was the first combo guard to me, bro? You know who was your boy Oscar Robertson. He was the first combo guard to me.
I can't forget about the Big O. It's so many. That's why I say it's so many great players. That's why I don't rank players.
They didn't call him a combo guard though, bro. Even though he could put 30 up on your ass.
That's true.
He was still known at what you said because he put passing first. That scoring came second. That was just something that he was blessed to do too. Just like Chris Paul, bro. Chris Paul could put 30 up on you. He can score better than Jason Kidd. Magic can put 40 up on you. But they decided to put 30 or 20 assists up on you. Magic Johnson to this day got the record for most assists in the playoffs.
See, this
career-wise too. Career-wise too.
These right here, the old. You know what? Sports Center. I find it very interesting. ESPN, y'all calling them the Lake Show now? When y'all start doing that, they ain't the Lake Show. These right here on my screen right now, they was considered the Lake Show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was Showtime. It was Showtime with Magic. It was the Lake Show with Eddie Jones and then Kobe and Shaq them coming in. And I don't know what this shit is. This shit ain't called nothing but the LeBron James system.
This the Lake Show. I call it the Lake Show. I was like, when did it become the Lake Show?
I'm gonna give you credit. I'm gonna give you credit, bro, that the world don't want to give you. Your little bro gonna give you the credit. I'm gonna keep it real because you know I was even trying to beg you. I even try to tell you, don't leave, bro. Don't leave the Lakers. I was trying to tell you, fuck this nigga. You was like, no, bro, because he's gonna get them to start doing shit like him. I didn't want to believe it. And what I tell you, I said it too. I said, when the Lakers start doing that LeBron James shit, I'm jumping ship and trying to swim back to Africa. Fuck America. I'm jumping. I'm drowning too. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to learn how to swim today. Because I ain't riding on this boat. That's bullshit. I'm a real basketball fan. Beyond that, I'm a nigga that watched the Boston Celtics and the Chicago series. I watch good basketball. I don't give a shit. When I see you niggas out there playing ball, I want a piece of that shit. I want to watch history. I don't want to watch no bullshit. I don't want to watch the NBA give a nigga the game because they feel like it ain't about LeBron James got the support. People tune in to watch that bitch lose. And that's the truth.
And let me ask you this though too, because a lot of people say I'm play hating this shit. I'm like, dude, how I'm playing hating when I'm telling the truth about the team? Dude, the Lakers do they not get presidential treatment from the whistle? Look, even Kobe.
Hell yeah, look. Hell yeah, they been look. T Price, man, you spoke up on it from 2002.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you not being biased, we said we ain't fit a lot. We know that whistle was on heavy handed on somebody else's side, but you still got to make your shots.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, we ain't gonna sugarcoat it, but I'll tell you this, was the whistle on the Lakers side when Kobe was facing that case? Hell no.
Mm-mm. No way, no
how. Hell no, it wasn't. The whistle was against Kobe them when he was facing that goddamn case.
That's fact. And not only that, look at that year they made that man. I never forget it, man. When they scheduled the NBA Finals, right? When they scheduled the NBA Finals, I said the Lakers ain't gonna win it this year. My boy was just like, man, come on, T Prime, like, dude, Kobe's going through all this, and he's doing. Yeah. I like, and I knew
it was amazing that they just got to the final. Shit.
And I was saying,
we thought they was going. Look, I'm with you. Look, before I even knew you, I felt like they was about to get put out before the finals. I felt like I'm gonna be honest. I thought they were gonna get put out in the second round.
And when they played the Pistons, and I said that's a bad matchup for them, man. And especially when Karl Malone went down, that was
yep. And look, and then Kobe and Shaq really not that this my team shit. Kobe done snitched on Shaq. Divorce shit going on. Yeah, they ain't gonna win.
It seemed like that was a thing with the Lakers because let's fast forward it.
Think about where was the money at too that year, right? Like, man, you talk, bro. With me and you personally, the Lakers are already what 3-peat champions at this time.
Mm-hmm.
So the money is on them. So if you pick Detroit, you getting buku bucks. Mm-hmm. That's a super upset. You ain't even. Everybody thought the Lakers about to just look. And if anything, Lakers in 5. So right there, like I said, it's not always about who's the best. Sometimes them suits outweigh what's supposed to happen.
Shout out to Nick Van Exel, another dude, man. Nick the Quick. Nick should be Nick should be a Hall of Famer.
Nick should be a Hall of Famer. Eddie Jones should be these niggas that reached these heights that was on commercials. Y'all giving niggas Hall of Fames that did the same thing they did. Nick was on a commercial with the crossover.
I got somebody else too. Y'all got to put Tom Chambers in there too, man. Y'all got to put Tom Chambers in there. Y'all talking about KD. I don't know if everybody talking about KD. Go look. Tom Chambers can do all that stuff and dunk on you. Ask Mark Jackson.
You know who I'm gonna add in, and it ain't just on no Lakers shit. I feel like this is something for the NBA. T Price, tell me if you agree or not, big bro. I'm asking too at the same time. I'm saying this is my opinion. I think Robert Horry should go in the Hall of Fame just for how he won championships with every team as a role. Like, look, we give franchise players all this attention. I think we should give role players a clap it up too for being able to play a role on every fucking team and do what they ask you. If they say we want 8 rebounds, if they say we want big shot Bob, if they say we want this, that man did it. If we want you to go in there and foul the shit out of the nigga, he did it. I feel like right now, if we was to say, right, other than Scottie Pippen, who is the number one, like, he's the number one Robin. But I feel like if we was to really say, that nigga, Robert Horry is the number one role player.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at it, and I'm talking about, he's not even a high. Like, would you put Chris Bosh as a look? D Wade was robbing. Chris Bosh was a role player. Like, that's how y'all trying to put him in, right? Even though it was a big three, he was like, we always know, like Kevin Love, big three still, but you like a role player big three because it's certain thing you can't do your full skills. You got to go out here and stand on the sideline and shit. But you still a superstar. They just want you to do this. So we know what you're capable of. But when you look at Robert Horry, just strictly role player on a team, a core. That nigga's probably the best, bro, because he won a championship with every team he's been traded to or signed to. He has a moment to where he made the San Antonio Spurs, the Lakers, the Houston Rockets. That nigga was, if he didn't do what he did, they don't have that championship.
Everywhere he went, he's the reason why they got them championships.
Yeah, everywhere he went, if he didn't have some type of outburst, they're not in that series. If he don't make that shot with the Lakers, they don't beat Sacramento. If he don't make that shot with Houston on those championships, they don't win back-to-back championships. If he don't make that shot with the San Antonio Spurs, they may not be champions. So when you look at it saying who steps up, look, out of nowhere, may not touch the ball for what, 3, 4, 5 games? And then you need a shot from the nigga, cold or not. Oh, there you go, niggas, take that.
Mm-hmm.
Rebound, there you go, niggas, take that. Like, I give Chris Bosh, what's his best role-playing plays? He got 2 of them from me. One, where he blocked Ginobili or Tony Parker from shooting the 3 when the Miami Heat played San Antonio, and then when he got the rebound for Miami, when your boy, what's his name, subbed out Tim Duncan with the stupid ass out of nowhere.
Yeah, I still don't understand that.
I don't understand that from Papa. He would have never, if he would have seen Shaquille O'Neal still in the game, he would have never took out Tim Duncan. Why you do that shit? That was just stupid, but that right there, that part right there, when he did that right there made me feel a little riggish. Like I was driving a big rig. You get me, big bro? I don't want to say too much, but like I was driving a big rig.
Oh yeah, you talking? I never forget that finals because that was the finals that I never forget it, man. This when I started noticing, I'm like, y'all look at that Centennial run. Ginobili was killing all round, every round he was killing. Then all of a sudden he went against the Miami Heat, and he had like he couldn't dribble. He was fumbling the ball. He was losing the ball. I was like, man, what's wrong with Ginobili? I'm like, they ain't putting that much pressure on him. And the OG looked at me and was like, man, that man got that phone call, man. He got that phone call, man. And can you remember when he won the championship? What we said? You heard all these congratulations from all these celebrities. If y'all don't remember, go look back and see. Congratulations, LeBron, for winning your first ring. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, now everything's coming together. Then he ended up getting smacked
bro.
again.
That's real, bro.
And then
That's real, bro. I was right there. Like, see, like I said, it's more of it in the moment. Like nowadays, it's like if it ain't happening right now, that don't count. Like we don't care about what happened back in the day. You know, it's like a nigga literally saying, like, Mayweather is the best boxer ever. If you want to talk about it as in stats, but if you want to talk about it as in his matches, what the fuck his matches meant? Nothing. Ali matches meant even some of Mike Tyson matches meant more than what the hell Mayweather matches meant. And Mayweather, you duck more boxers out of their prime than in their prime. Mike Tyson was trying to fight everybody in their prime. Ali was trying to fight everybody in their prime. You didn't want to fight Pacquiao when he was in his fucking prime. I will never look at Mayweather as the greatest boxer. You know what I look at him as? I look at him as the greatest, like dodger, defender. I ain't gonna lie. That nigga got some of the best timing on. If he hit you 2 times, like, pop, pop, he know, like, oh, he fit to throw 2 punches. He know how to bag up after he throw hit. Like, he is the best counter puncher, I would say, ever. Other than Sugar Ray Leonard. And I can't even call him the GOAT. I can't just call it out. Like, I don't see where he's just leading. Stats fuck up sports to me. When you start depending on the stats of some shit, it's going to mess you up because you're not really looking at what that boxer is doing in there. You just counting the jabs, you just counting the uppercuts. It's like you counting his points. You counting his 3-point percentage. When did he make those 3-pointers? Did they count for something for the game? He made all 5 of those 3-pointers in the first quarter. What they mean now, T. Price, with the rest of this game?
As in what?
Like, look, I make 5 3-pointers in the first quarter. What do they mean for the rest of the game?
So you made 5 3-pointers in the first quarter? And that
Look,
what you said?
Me and you, I make 5 of them in the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean for the rest of the game?
I don't know what it means because now you got analytics. I'll shoot 5 3-pointers and
this is what I'm saying. Even though I made 5 3-pointers in the game, what I do in the second quarter, what I do in the third. You see what I'm saying? I could have had 25 points in the first quarter. But what did I do in the second and third and fourth? Stats don't mean shit. You can have 30 points in the first half. You can have 30 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds in the first half. Remember what Vince Carter had against Michael Jordan in the first half? And he stayed there. That shit don't mean nothing. That's why I say stats don't mean nothing. It's all about win. You can have 0 points in a whole game. But if you come in here and shoot that goddamn 3 and been playing defense the whole game, don't nobody care about you scoring 3 points.
Those are facts.
You scored at the right time, nigga. You been playing the whole time. You got players now that if they ain't got 30, they don't want to play defense.
Then all of a sudden now you want to see defense. Hey, now I'm talking to you, right? So when I was watching game 1, right, and I was like, man, and then what's that black dude's name? I forgot his name. What's his name? He always be doing the Mark Davis. That's I don't know if his name or not. He gonna sit there. Stop acting like Luka's not no sidekick, y'all. This man went to the NBA Finals by himself, man. Y'all still try to push like LeBron is the leader. He's not the leader. He's not.
No, he's not. JJ Redick is clearly running his offense through Luka.
I don't know, bro. They just be sitting there be
like you said, bro. It's sports. Look, games that Scottie Pippen was the man in, games that Kukoc, they gave that game to him. They didn't say Michael Jordan. Like, see, people forget that. Games that look, Ron Artest. That's how much they hate a nigga. Ron Artest wasn't the league, wasn't the highest scorer. Kobe Bryant still was, had more points than him. Kobe Bryant passed that ball to him. Didn't have to. Could have took that shot. But do they give him the credit? No. They hate him so much they say, Ron Artest saved Kobe. Wow. Ron Artest never been in the fucking finals until he was on my team.
and then they say that he deserved to be finals MVP for hitting that shit. I'm like,
yeah, like, hold on, bro. What the fuck? Hold on. Y'all stupid.
Y'all wasn't even alive. Y'all wasn't even
alive. I have one bad game. I'm having one bad game, and that's game 7, and y'all want to say this nigga better than me.
But he did the other stuff. He did the assists, and he did the rebounds.
Rebounds, like everything else. That's what I'm saying. That's how it is. That's what they want. Like we say, bro. They pick who they want. Period. Point blank.
I ain't gonna forget, and I don't even rank players, bro. Like, I don't even rate players. I don't. I just feel like it's so many great players. Even I still ain't never seen a basketball player that can guard to me than Alvin Robinson. I ain't never seen a player like that. And that man been acquitted for everything. He went to prison for something he didn't even do. and they still don't want to talk. They just basically don't even talk about this man no more. But that was the best on ball defender that I ever seen.
Mhm.
That I talking about me growing up, even all the way to this day. Now, like I said, name 10 great guard players in this league that got first team all NBA in offense and in defense. You might have some in offense, but you ain't gonna have none in defense, and I be waiting. We're gonna be waiting on all these little questions, man, until everything comes out.
Yeah, like that's why I'm glad. That's why I'm glad I ran into niggas that also understand the game like I do. They ain't blind and stupid to the game like other people are.
Now you go to TikTok, bro, you be ready to blow a head gasket. How them dudes are so disrespectful.
Bro, I don't even look. Let me tell you. Look, one thing that I was taught. Look, just like you, I'm a grown ass man. My motherfucking hips don't need to tick or top.
Yeah, shout out to the OGs that be on there cooking them young dudes, man, and them dudes be still.
Yeah, look, that's how I feel. Like, man, look, I'm not mad. Niggas had to teach me. It was once upon a time I didn't know no better, and then you know what? The difference was between us and these new niggas. I got tired of the old niggas knowing more than me. I wanted to either know as much as them or know more than them, and I started studying myself. And I started agreeing with them older niggas. And then on some shit, I put them older niggas up on shit. A lot of older niggas didn't like Kobe. And then I started telling them to watch shit. And them older niggas started saying, that's a bad... Look, Mark, you think people want to just give that shit to Kobe or anybody after Mike? Hell no, that shit hard. When Kobe came, before all that rape shit, Mark Jackson, all type of people, man, look, I'm not going to lie. Kobe win a couple more championships. He can do it.
I was hearing an article today. Shout out to Uncommon Sense though too, man. He put out something that everybody how Kobe was talking about analytics. Shout out to the homie that was talking about. They talk about Kobe Bryant wasn't never in the GOAT conversation. They showed so many clips of former players doing games in NBA Finals and all that. And man, people that was around, we know you can't. You can't rewrite history. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. You just can't. And the more they try to rewrite history, that day when everything comes around, because I truly believe this, man. It's gonna come out, man. It's slowly unraveling. That's why it's a whole bunch of smear programs and propaganda on ESPN and even on his little thing. More power to you. Like Iman Shumpert said, man, you got people dumb enough to convince that you the GOAT. Hey, you keeping on dumbing them down. You ain't dumbing me down, though.
Facts. That's what I always say. I'm not mad at a nigga. If you can fool them niggas, hey, congratulations. You fooled them niggas. But I'm not them niggas. Okay, you fooled them niggas. That's what I need you to understand. I'm not stupid.
The last time I
what they called it. Hey, look, what they called it, bro. Oh, LeBron, you ain't nothing but a goddamn Ponzi scheme. You ain't nothing but a Ponzi scheme. And you don't fool me, nigga. You a goddamn Ponzi scheme. You a pyramid scheme. I ain't going down with your ass. You ain't about to trick me on my money. If you can get everybody else, I see you. You a narcissist. You selfish. You all about yourself. You ain't... Ever since they've been trying to make you the face, the game's been going down. People don't want to admit it, but it's the truth. Big Bro been telling y'all. The league even showing y'all. It didn't got so bad where the league ain't hiding no more T-Price. They got to tell the truth. Ratings, all that. We ain't never hear this with Kobe. We ain't never hear this with Iverson. We ain't even never hear this when Tim Duncan was winning.
Never. Hey, let me ask you this. How you felt when the Make-A-Wish Foundation kids shot that basketball in game 1?
When I felt like it was rigged. I felt like it was rigged. I don't believe in that shit. Like all that half-court shit, I stopped believing in. I felt like they got the goddamn magnet ball on that shit.
He missed anyway. I'm talking about Bronny James, but he missed the game one. He missed bad too.
I mean,
That's what I'm
Bronny James can even. I'm gonna be real. Like, let me ask you this. Let's go past that, right? So I can answer your question without like even having to shit on you. How many second round players get playtime in the fucking playoffs? There I go right there. And that's where I leave it. How many second round draft picks get playtime in the fucking playoffs?
You ain't gonna never see no aggression from a Laker player like this ever again.
Come on, bro. You don't force no look. We didn't have second round players on the Lakers a few times that we did. Look, bro, we'd have been in the championship a lot. How many second round players you seen play? Second round. None. Shaq and Kobe. Kobe and Paul Gasol. Ain't seen no second round nigga out there. It's the playoffs, nigga. Championships. We don't need no nigga out here that's green. The only way you out there in your second year is if you drafted as a first round franchise player. So, why are y'all treating Bronny James like he a franchise player? Put him in the first fucking game of the playoffs. That's dumb as fuck. You put a second round draft pick in the game when we blowing a team out by 30.
I said this on the stream the other day. Every great Laker from George Mikan that passed away, or even the ones that really put on that purple and gold, you know, from the 40s all the way until now, they embarrassed everybody. And the ones that are near rest in power, they rolling in their graves right now.
Oh yeah. Hey, look, tell me. Every player we had too, they progressed in they elder years. That's why I don't like when you talking about a player for the Lakers. Don't say we never seen this. Now, if you talking about any player from another team, we had Kareem that went to his late 30s. We had Magic that came back in his late 30s. We had Shaq even in his mid 30s. We had star players in their 30s. We had Jerry West in his late 30s. Stop it. We seen players play at great heights and ages. Stop that. Lakers is not too much in basketball we have not seen. Laker fans. Not LeBron James. Not player fans. Team fans. Laker fans. We are Laker fans, T. Price. We love the Lakers if Magic there. We love the Lakers if Magic's not. We love the Lakers if Kobe there. We were still Laker fans when Shaq left. We didn't say, oh, let's go to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
We are the same niggas that are 49er fans that before we had a Kaepernick or Alex Smith, nigga, we was getting our ass kicked for 8 seasons in a row. Not even making the playoffs. Those are the type of niggas we are. We gonna come straight out. Oh, what's your team? They cannot win one fucking game. We gonna be like the Lakers. We gonna be like the 49ers. We gonna say our team, bro. We don't give a fuck about where the star players go. If anything, you already know how we do. If you leave the Lakers and you become a star, we more likely talk about your ass like, fuck you, nigga. You couldn't take the spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
You had to go somewhere.
I never forget that day. I never forget that day, bro. I never forget that day, bro. Cause you just reminded me of something when you was like, bro, man, big bro, man. You was like, bro, man. Kobe even said, bro, that was your last calling card, man. Your last show card. Like, he was like, Kobe said it's like, I don't give a care. Kobe said it was okay or not. I'm not running with this.
I said that, bro, on God. I said, I don't look. That let you know I'm a Laker fan. Kobe can't change my mind. Oh, if you're a real Laker fan, you accept LeBron. Fuck what you say too, Kobe. I'm sorry, bro. I'm a real Laker fan. You on some player shit. I'm not rocking with this nigga. He don't love us. He Cleveland, nigga. He not LA. He Cleveland.
That part.
Look. When the Lakers got put out look, Kobe from Philly, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the Lakers got pulled out before Philly, did Kobe go to a Philly playoff game?
Grew up in Italy and ended up growing up. Grew up in Italy, but ended up growing up in Philly. Cause God,
You feel
Shem
what
died.
you feel what I'm saying though? Like even
Yeah.
though this your team, if I'm a fucking like if I got drafted to a certain team, bro, I'm straight LA. But if I get drafted to the Washington Wizards, I'm Washington Wizards out the game. Cause
Another
it's the
thing too,
team.
man. Oh, Ron Talk coming back. Another thing too, man. Stop saying Jay Reed is like Magic Johnson. He can't do this. Man, LeBron too clumsy with the basketball. He clumsy now. And how come? What's all? You know what irritates me too? Why he always adjusting your jersey? Man, your jersey is fine, man.
Look, T. Price. Chris Paul, J. Kidd, Magic Johnson. They ain't nowhere near the turnovers LeBron are. They got more plus assists than they got negative. They assists are way more than they turnovers. LeBron is about to, if he's not, he leads the league in turnovers, bro. Magic Johnson ain't nowhere in that number. Chris Paul ain't nowhere in that number because those are real point guards, bro, that can see the court. They are real court generals, bro. Like, so everything, us real basketball heads know the truth. We know a pure scorer when we see one. We know a two-way player when we see one. We know a rebound player when we see one. You know what I'm saying? We know what the fuck a nigga capable of doing. We're not going to lie and say, oh, he's able of doing this and doing that just because of potential. Oh, he's supposed to be able to do that, but I'm not going to say that's what he's doing if that's not what he's doing. Look, Shaq helped us to 3 rings. Me and you right now bring up Shaq being one of the players that swept the most out of the playoffs, never won a defensive title, never won a rebounding title. You know what I mean? Shit that centers should win. If you're one of the greatest centers, one of those awards should be yours. Period. To me, you should have defensive player of the year, or you should have rebounding champion of the year. You should have block champion of the year if you're a center. Period, point blank. I'm not giving you no excuse. If you are a great center, top 75 now, since the league been going on this long. If you have been in the league this long, you should have one of those awards. Shaq had about 19 or 19 years in the league. He has not won one of those awards. I don't care about that.
No more either.
I don't care about that MVP. I don't care about that MVP shit. That's because your team was good and you had good numbers at the same time, that MVP shit. But you have not declared yourself the best in your position. The best in Shaq's position is either winning rebounder, defensive player, or block champion. That's the best in his generation.
It's what I'm used to them seeing back to backs.
LeBron talking about like you said, bro. Remember when the Lakers was with Karl Malone, Gary Payton, Shaq, and Kobe? Did they leave from games they lost early to go ice up? Hell no. What you said? You seen them big ass wraps and big ass bags of ice on them niggas' knees at the end of the bench. They didn't go in the locker room. And all those niggas was Hall of Famers at that time if they retired. All those niggas was Hall of Famers. Karl Malone could have went in the back and said, I'm finna go ice up early. We lost. Gary Payton could have said that. Shaq could have said that. Kobe could have said that. These niggas, as Kobe and Shaq were champions at this time as Hall of Famers. They wasn't just a Hall of Famer. Gary Payton and Karl Malone was just Hall of Famers without rings that been to the finals. So all those niggas could have said, I'm going in the back. LeBron is making a goddamn cover story, covering his tracks. And anybody who is a LeBron James fan and don't want no bullshit on his legacy, they gonna go with that. See, because they didn't even say that. Think about it. When he was walking off on the games early, bro, when did anybody say, oh, he's going to get iced up? That nigga had to think about this shit for a few years. What can I say about these walk-offs? See, because Isaiah Thomas and other players that's Hall of Famers, see, when Hall of Famers speak on LeBron, it's hard for him to say something back because these are beloved players. So he has to make an excuse, a reason, and say, oh, well, it's because of this. No, Isaiah Thomas said you are not a professional, cuz he said you do not keep the game where it's supposed to be. You coming out, and that's on the real. It's a real live game. And you coming out shooting warm-ups with your shirt off? Hell no. What is this, a playground game? What is this, a motherfucking Rucker Park game? Hell no. Bro, this is professional basketball. Come out with something covering you up. Remember a couple years ago, we was on Ticket Channel, bro, talking about LeBron with his shirt off and equality and all that shit? Mm-hmm. Come on, bro. How you coming out like this? Why are you coming out like this? I understand people gonna say, now you reaching. No, it's not reaching. It's players feeling like, I wish I didn't have to say this. I wish this nigga just knew not to do this. That's what they are more on. They're not trying to shit on LeBron. They wishing LeBron really respected certain shit and said, I'm not gonna do this. LeBron is basically, the reason why LeBron want to say fuck all of the history is because of all of the history and the legacy, that don't make him great. If he gotta hold up to that standard, he is not in the top 10. So he is a player that will say, fuck that shit that the old players did, because he's not in the top 10 if he does it their way. But if he say his way is the right way, he's number one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm watching Boston and the Magic right now. It just came on.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch some games, but I already know, like, you know what I mean, I already know how this goes. This playoff series, I'm gonna be real. This playoffs is one of the most like uninterested playoffs I ever seen right here. This ain't exciting. It's not really exciting if you look at it. I don't care who you like. This not one of those like look at the East. The East is just crap for real. This ain't exciting. Whoever in the East gonna lose. I'm gonna keep it real. It's gonna be a Western Conference team that win the finals this year. I don't think Cleveland gonna win. I just think if they go to the finals, they're going there because they may be facing LeBron. It'll be something for them to say. For the first time, LeBron facing his Cavaliers in the finals. I don't think they're going to win, though. And then I feel like if it's the Boston Celtics, it'll be the Lakers, too. And they're going to want to give LeBron James a win over the Boston Celtics because every other great Laker has one. And they want to get his bitch ass nigga a statue.
Oh, no. They can't give him that because, hey, Kobe lost to him one time and came back and beat him again. Let him learn.
Yeah, but LeBron don't got that many years, so, you know, he don't got to go through the same fucking thing.
Bump that. This man can say 5 to 7 years.
Hey, yo, did you hear what Snoop Dogg said, though?
What'd he say?
I heard what he said.
He said, even if LeBron win a championship this year and we don't expect it, he might become a top 10 Laker of all time. Might.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think he is.
Well, they want Lakers from George Mikan on down. He's the one that started.
Me personally, it's nothing that LeBron can do to get himself in the top 10. As of right now, in the point of his career, you don't have enough years to give us, bro. And that's just honest.
Hey, yo, I look at it like this, right? gonna start with George Mikan because he started it all, right?
Mhm.
You got George Mikan. You got Elgin Baylor. You got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You got Magic Johnson. You got James Worthy, right?
Mhm.
You got Shaquille O'Neal.
Kobe Bryant,
You got Kobe Bryant. You got
Michael
James
Cooper?
Worthy.
Jerry West.
Jerry West.
West. Michael Cooper. Cooper too.
Mike
Cooper
Cooper.
in that mix too.
No, listen, I'm gonna get there, and I'm gonna throw a name in there that's probably gonna fuck y'all up. But we said greatest Lakers of all time. Last time I checked, D Fish had 5 rings.
Yep.
Yep. You gotta throw him in there. That's a fact. You gotta throw him in there.
You feel me?
Yep.
And we didn't even get to the rest of the jerseys that's retired. Gail Goodrich.
Mm.
I don't know if people would consider Wilt because his tenure wasn't that long with us.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Hey, yo, listen. And you got to give me Paul Gasol.
I think niggas will. Yeah, I think niggas will. Look, it's between Paul Gasol and Wilt. It's kind of something between them. But I think niggas will give it to Wilt because when Wilt came, he didn't have a championship.
Yes, he did. He had one in Philly.
Oh, he had one in Philly. You're right. Yeah, he did have one in Philly. But what he got? He got 3, right?
He got
2 or 3. 2. Philly and
he got 3.
LA.
He got 3, right?
Oh yes, 2.
I think he got 3. I think Will got 3 championships. So he won 2 with the Lakers. So I think that's why he will get
the one with the Lakers.
Huh?
He only won 1 with the Lakers.
He
That's
won
one
1
of
with
the
that
greatest
Jerry
teams
West.
ever.
Yeah.
Okay, he only won 1. I just think just because how big Wilt is, and I'm saying like Wilt is not in the same stratosphere. Y'all know how I feel. Will and Bill Russell do not get ranked to me. Those niggas are like the Godfathers, nigga. They ain't even in ranks because they went through shit. If them 2 niggas fail, is no Mike, is no Dr. J, is no Magic, is no nothing. If those 2 niggas fail, so they are not ranked. Those niggas are like the gods of basketball. They are not in the ranking.
Well, I can agree with that.
That's how I feel. I don't rank them because these basketball players these days, they got cheered and praised. Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, whoever black, they cheered you. When these niggas play, they got bomb threats.
Mm-hmm. Magic got called Tragic Johnson.
Yeah, just Tragic Johnson. And Michael Jordan got told he gambled too much. LeBron James probably said somebody wrote nigga on his motherfucking house. Bullshit. Just you got cameras. Who wrote that shit? You couldn't see it? Like, knock it off. You rich. No, nobody wrote that shit. Y'all wrote that shit. I don't know who y'all is. Don't come for me.
Oh man, I swear to God, off topic, random. Man, I swear to God, yoga pants the best thing God ever made for bitches with an ass. I said yoga pants the best thing God ever made for these bitches with fat asses.
Hey, look, and these newfound like Nike type clothes and shit, Reeboks like workout clothes for them.
Yeah, I'm sitting there just waiting on my steaks to come out of. Did they put the extra steak sauce and croutons in? Please. Sitting there at Texas Longhorn, man. These folks walking there. Woo.
My thing is not to shit on LeBron. Like, just being honest with people. I'm not here to shit on LeBron. My thing is to make sure that everyone is ranked correctly. I love basketball. I don't want nobody underrated, and I don't want nobody overrated. I'm not trying to outrank nobody, favorite or not. I want your ass where you belong. Let's keep basketball sacred. They already feel like our Hall of Fame is a joke because niggas just get in easy and don't even really be earning shit. Like, it's time to really bring back some type of credibility to basketball. Niggas' rings is like bronze now. Niggas' rings don't even mean shit. Like, it's like, oh, KD, a 2-time champion. Do we look at him like another 2-time champion? Hell no. Do we look at him like an Isaiah? Hell no.
I don't, because Isaiah's shit was built around him. I mean,
exactly. And he didn't have to go nowhere else. Like, you know, he didn't say the Boston Celtics beat me.
At that time, he questionably might have been the best player in the NBA, but that was Steph's team, hands down. Thank you so much, sweetie.
Yeah, exactly. You went to their team. No matter if you was looked at as the best player, the best scorer, whatever it was, you still left your team. You didn't rise. You didn't rise your team like Steph. Before Steph teamed up with you, he rose that team to being a champion.
And you know what? And I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Think he could have did it if he would have just stayed the course. You feel me?
I think he could have too. I think he just wanted. That's why I say
broke through. I think they would have broke through and got them one.
That's why I say That's why I say a lot of players, when you do that trade shit, James Harden, nigga, you told me something about yourself. You don't got confidence in yourself. So guess what? No, nor do I. Nor do I. I'm not fit to keep on betting on you. T. Price, how many years has it been since we said anything about James Harden going to do anything in the playoffs? It's been years. I don't say shit about that nigga James Harden career. No more. I just sit back now. Because, nigga, I don't give a fuck how many step back threes. I don't give a fuck about how many crossovers. I don't give a fuck about none of those highlights. With all that game you got, with all that unguardable, we got to stop saying that shit. Unguardable. Allen Iverson was unguardable. He was so unguardable, he took his ass to the finals with that shit.
Yeah, Carmelo was unguardable. Like
unguardable means nobody can stop you and your team because you're fucking unguardable. Like, if you're unguardable, ain't nobody stopping you from getting to that spot. Like, even if it's a season, D-Wade, for that series, unguardable. Unguardable. Like, I don't give a fuck. None of you niggas is doing that now. You know what I mean? None of you niggas doing that. Fuck that. If you being unguardable ain't making you win a playoff series, how you unguardable and you can't win one playoff series? No, you're not unguardable. Obviously, they can guard your ass.
That's how I felt about Melo coming to the league. I'm like, man, this nigga landed on a team and this nigga went ape shit. I said, this nigga
bro.
Straight to the
playoffs. I'm gonna be 1,000, bro. I'm not fit to fucking make up nothing. Look, Giannis is unguardable. Knock it off. Stop that shit. They put that wall up. They put that wall up on that nigga. That nigga ass was guardable. Stop it.
If you unguardable, that means you can score from all 5 levels. Post,
from all 5, all levels, nigga. That's on that court.
Yeah, you could score from anywhere on the court. You unguardable. Steph,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, don't look. Shaq, is he unguardable? No, his kryptonite free throws, nigga. Put him on that line. It's a problem for him. Don't let him get in a rhythm. Talking about unguardable. Michael Jordan. Everybody say Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, unguardable. That was the niggas you hear. Unguardable.
Hey, yo, I ain't gonna front though,
and now Steph Curry and shit like that.
Hey, yo, bring that back real quick, bro. I ain't gonna front. Shaq was unguardable because even though his nigga shot like 55% of the free throw, when it was crunch time, that bitch hit them motherfuckers.
No, he did. I know he say that. He like, I don't want to count. But I'm just saying. I'm saying if you want to throw a nigga down.
Like, he's one of the few enigmas that you can say, well, he couldn't score from all 5 levels, but he still was unguardable.
You're right. You know what? You're right, because the nigga got 4 championships with not being able to do that.
So it's like, even though we knew he couldn't shoot the 3 and all that, that bitch was still unguardable.
And let's keep it real. Shaq wasn't skilled down there in the post. He was just strong. He was fucking powerful. He was dominant. He could bounce you off his hip like it was nothing. It wasn't like he was. Sometimes I ain't saying he ain't have no skill, because sometimes Shaq can fool a couple niggas down there spinning.
Hey, yo, he learned that little drop step and that little jump hook, but he wasn't skilled like an Elijah.
It wasn't no Kareem. It wasn't no Kareem Olajuwon shit down there.
Right. It wasn't no David Robinson where I could go to the post or face you up. I didn't have that.
With his bag, he got 4 out of there. So you're right. That shit was he is the most dominant, unguardable. But if anything else fails, foul Shaq, send him to the free throw line.
Listen, that's the special case in that scenario we talk about. Because most people who are unguardable, they do it from every level on the floor. You feel me? Oh, you take away the post, guess what? I'm going to step out to the midi. Oh, you want to play the midi? Okay, I'm going to hit you from the 3. Oh, you want to foul me? I'm going to shoot 85% from the line. You feel me? So that's what we talk about in most cases. But just Shaq, that shit, listen, I ain't going to front, bro.
Shaq was different.
Listen, I was just sitting back watching this nigga mixtape, right? And I was like, man, this nigga was a fucking monster, yo. I'm like, yo.
He was different. That was crazy.
Hey, yo, that shit was crazy because they showed a motherfucking clip of, what the fuck was old boy name from Sacramento, man?
D-Box?
No, it wasn't D-Box. It wasn't Chris Webber. Who was
Pollard?
Scott Pollard.
Brad Miller?
No, it was Scott Pollard. Man,
Pollard with the Kansas,
nigga, listen, that nigga tried to wrap Shaq up, and that nigga Shaq took that nigga for a ride. Went up, dunked the nigga with the white boy draped all over his back. And I'm sitting there like, man, how strong do you have to be able to have a nigga 260 jumping on your back and you still going up and throwing that bitch down, almost breaking the backboard?
Yeah.
I said, man, this nigga was
the only nigga I ain't gonna lie, and that was young Shaq. I'm not gonna say it was veteran Shaq, right? But the only nigga I'm saying really me, like I seen, and I know his other players. I know Kareem outskilled him, right? But the only nigga I seen kind of really treat Shaq like a boy, and it was younger Shaq, was Derrick Coleman.
Yeah, he said Derrick Coleman was the first nigga to dunk on him. But
look, and I seen it. Look, when I seen him, I said, damn, look, I didn't even know who Derrick Coleman was until he did that to the chat.
Hey, yo, but I ain't going front. Yo, the NBA is lucky Derrick Coleman caught that heart murmur, yo. He was the evolution of the power forward spot. Put that bitch on the ground, shoot that bitch, or go down in the post and kill you. And I know that from first-hand experience.
You know who else don't get that credit too? I ain't saying he was there, like he was gonna be there, but you know who didn't get that credit? Rasheed Wallace, because he can hit that 3, take him down post.
Yeah, hey, yo,
I know he kind of got caught up in the KG, Dirk, Tim Duncan era, but that
I ain't gonna front though, bro.
If those niggas was 1, 2, 3, he was 4.
Nah, bro. Hey, yo, bro. I'm telling you, I seen that shit up close and personal with Derrick Coleman. I'm a Georgetown fan. That nigga played for Syracuse with Ronnie Cycli and Sherman Douglas. That nigga used to do the damn thing to it. And I used to be like, yo, this left-hand nigga is so motherfucking nice. I said, yo, when he go to the league.
But you hear what I'm saying? I'm saying in Rasheed Wallace era, not in power forward era, period. I'm saying his era, he got juggled up between Tim Duncan, KG, Dirk Nowitzki.
Chris Webber, another one. Chris Webber numbers was crazy. But I tell you what, if Derrick Coleman didn't have that heart problem, yo, swear to God, he'd be mentioning the likes of KG.
I'm gonna throw in one more. Tell me what you think. Shawn Kemp.
Yeah, Shawn Kemp got full though.
Them drugs and all that other shit.
Yeah, but he was a monster. And he's another nigga who could have been mentioned in the same breath as Tim Duncan and them niggas if he would have just stuck to the script. He fucked his own self up.
Was another one.
Ben Baker was nice. But he fucked himself up. Derrick Coleman didn't have
another one. Nobody want to give his credit because he don't got a ring. Charles Barkley, man, underrated.
Charles Barkley is the second greatest power forward in my life I ever seen. He's better than Kevin Garnett.
Charles Barkley.
He's better than Karl Malone.
They still under. Yeah, they still under. Both of them niggas is still underrated though because they don't got a championship.
To me, Charles Barkley was better than Karl Malone.
No, I give you that too because he actually took a team that didn't have another all-star like him on there.
That's a fact.
That's what niggas don't look. When he was on that Phoenix team, tell me, that's what, look, T. Price, tell me it's your little bro line. I always say Karl Malone and John Stockton is as one. I don't look at them as different. I'm like, when we be talking about the dream team, I'm like, I look at Karl Malone and John Stockton as like they go together. I'm like, they both ones together. I'm like, and I always say this, I say Scottie Pippen is the real number 2 on the whole dream team.
Hey, yo, you know what? He might have been he probably was the second best active player because Scottie was just about to hitting his prime right then.
Yeah.
But bro, to me, if niggas go back and watch that Dream Team mixtape and go back and look at the stats, Charles Barkley led him in scoring. But bro, Chris Mullin was the second best player on that team behind Michael Jordan, bro.
Look, that boy, look, he became a Larry Bird. Instead of Larry Bird being Larry Bird, he was a Larry Bird.
That's a whole fact, bro. A lot of niggas don't get Chris Mullin. A lot of people forget Chris Mullin was on that Dream Team. You feel me?
Oh yeah. A lot of niggas forget that shit. A lot of niggas forget that shit. And a lot of niggas forget about the second. A lot of niggas forget about the second Dream Team because I had Shaq them shit too. It was only 2 dream teams, keeping it real. You got 2 dream teams and then you got the redeem team.
Mm-hmm.
You got Michael Jordan, Magic, Larry Bird, them, and then you got Shaq and all them other guys. I forgot some of them, and then you got Kobe.
I think that team was Allen Iverson, Gary Payton, Anthony Hardaway.
Grant Hill. That early 1994 to 95 type squad. Hell yeah. Nigga, a lot of people don't remember that, but I had the early Dream Team and I had the Shaq Dream Team. They was already prepared for the jerseys a little more with Shaq them. They wasn't so prepared with Michael Jordan.
Everybody fell out. All right. But yeah, y'all, we be back tomorrow, man. Salute to everybody, man. I'm about to get up out of here. Gonna watch these games tonight and chill out. We'll have a stream in the morning. Early morning style. Like, share, subscribe, y'all. Y'all have a great night. Up and out. Continue to hit that like button. And if you want to donate to Old Head podcast, I will pin it in the chat. These videos people be sending me, Lord have mercy. People be doing some of the dumbest stuff ever. I swear. Yeah, I already pinned it on top of the chat. I think if I didn't, I'll just do it again. Y'all want to donate? If not, like I said, I don't be asking for nothing. I just want to speak my truth. But shout out to everybody that came through. Shout out to Underrated Darkness. Shout out to Trey. Shout out to my boy Ron John. And shout out to my boy S Dizzle, man, for coming through. Like, share, subscribe, y'all. We'll be back in the morning. Boss is in a dog fight right now. No Jason Tatum. So we'll talk about all that in the morning. We definitely talk about it in the morning. Well, we'll definitely talk about it tomorrow. But y'all have a good night, man. And hey, we'll be back at it tomorrow, y'all. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Shout out to everybody for coming through. Shout out to Beezy the Great, Nate Shepard. Shout out to 8-1. Shout out to the Real OT. Shout out to Tony Angel, Dana Berry, Sports Highlights. Salute. And shout out to my boy Texas T for coming through. Shout out to Heckbo for coming through. Shout out to Kobe T. God. Kobe lived in Houston, Philly, and Italy as a kid. Thank you for the iron sharpens iron. I couldn't remember all of them, but that's why it's good to sit there, and that was a nice move right there. But anyway, I'm about to get into this game, y'all. Y'all have a good one, man. Like, share, subscribe. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow morning. Peace.